What is up, everybody? Oh, we already acting a fool. Yeah, y'all gonna float too tonight with us as we get ready for this movie review extravaganza. What's up, man? What Pennywise at to that bitch I'm looking for? He ain't got nothing on me tonight. What's going on, y'all? If y'all couldn't tell, if we doing it. Yeah, what is it? Acting a goddamn fool? Well, yeah, it's more than usual, though.
We got Kingsman review.
I like how everybody's dressed more like a clown than Martin tonight. Martin's normal for a change. How you doing, man?
I feel good. Oh, is that what I look like on a regular basis?
Yeah, it is, man.
I got to change up.
Yeah, a little more Paisley, though. How's everybody doing tonight? Yes, we went all out. Martin couldn't join in on the fun because he had to go see a movie review.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go dress like a clown, Martin? So I want to go looking like your ass. Yeah, but how's everybody doing tonight? We have it. Then we have a couple of other films, you know, things that people are, as usual, not going to go see. But we're going to talk about them anyway. We're going to talk about that trip to Spain, Martin.
You know,
I
finally saw it.
I finally saw it, and we're going to talk about it. And we're also going to talk about, what is it, Go Home? What's
Home
it?
Again.
Home Again with that Reese Witherspoon girl.
Which I barely know why it's titled that, but okay.
How's everybody doing tonight? I'm one of your clowns this evening in your critique, Corey Coleman. Over here, if you couldn't tell under all this makeup,
Watch yourself. He's been watching himself again.
Watching myself again. Ooh, I'm so good. Oh, over here, though.
I think we need Gertz to slide in a little bit closer.
Gertz, you want to slide a little closer to me? The closer I get to you. Let me go ahead and cut this down.
It's just funny when you sing it in that makeup.
Will you make me feel? Oh, make me feel like singing, baby. Hey, how's everybody doing? And over here we have Mr. Thomas. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
I can't talk about your shirt tonight, not dressed like this.
You look stupid.
Yeah. Look at your crazy ass. Look at that dumb motherfucker. You are outnumbered tonight, though. Look at that plain motherfucker over there.
And me without my Fago.
I know, man. Oh, we at Juggalos Time 10 tonight. And over here we got, what's going on? Who's that boy under all that makeup there?
The struggle face.
Oh, no! We just started, man. Can't lose that nose yet.
Man, that's like $1 from Party City. That's the cost of being.
That nose going to
He represents when clowns got scary, when they started having beards and look like alcoholics.
I got to support this habit somehow.
Like back when clowns got lazy, too. They just stopped shaving.
Fuck it.
Clown ain't what it used to be.
But anyway, people, we gave you the rundown on the movies we're going to be watching tonight or reviewing tonight. And how's everybody doing? And speaking of clowns, got a whole house full of them tonight. How's everybody doing?
I know. Can we fit them all in one car?
Yeah, I did. Came in one car, took up one parking space. How's everybody doing tonight? We have some people who stayed here just to see this review. They were
in the studio. They slept here.
Yeah, they slept
like refugees.
Camped out, man. We had one big clown slumber party. And no, we have some people who are from Chicago. It's actually
Chi-Town.
Look right behind you.
Yeah, man, we get a lot of Chicago people here.
We do, man. Just had some Chicago people leave. I guess they knew there was a slot open. They came into Philly.
We got to do a show there.
We got to do a show there. And those people, they were going to go back to Fort Worth for their mother's birthday party, but I talked them out of it today. I said,
they ain't want to go to Fort Worth.
Yeah, you don't want to say it. You don't want to do nothing for your mama. Fuck your mama. Stay here, man. Clown around with us. Yeah, that nose got to go, man.
Yeah, I about to go grab the red paint over there.
Yeah. You either take it off, we got to sew that shit on.
Yeah, no. Or it'd be like clown. No.
Yeah, clown for life. But also, we're going to have to get to a special guest pretty soon because we have the woman who did my makeup tonight, Kat Mitchell. She's in the background back there.
Nice.
There she is. And she agreed to come in and do this wonderful, wonderful makeup job on me. We're going to talk to her before she has to go home.
Man, I don't know if you can get her up here because her man has her clamped tight. You see that grip he's got on her?
I know. You know, it's funny, too, because I was talking to him. I don't want to get too personal, but I was like, so I'm her man.
Like the more you talk, the tighter his belly got. She's like, ow.
Yeah. I said, so do you do makeup? I'll come here to watch motherfuckers like you.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
There's
brother.
too many niggas in this place. I know what y'all are like.
Yeah, very straightforward. I mean, she did a 2-hour makeup job on me, and that brother just stared at me the whole time.
Just mumbling to himself.
That's why you weren't looking up.
I wish you would. I wish you would.
He was making sure I wasn't looking at cleavage. Because she was doing makeup on me. She's like, okay, look up. I was like, no, that's all right.
Do it.
No, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Yeah, he's got to go to work at 3 a.m. So let me go ahead and bring him up here. Yeah.
Take my spot. I gotta fix this.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Well, let's bring her on while he's doing that. And while she's coming on real quick, let me go ahead and welcome the circus of this website, of this business. Of course, we are talking about the one, the only, the biggest clowns we have on this website, the Chat-a-tat-tat. How's everybody doing? Good to see you, chat. Welcome tonight. Everybody wants to see that It review. Everybody want to hear about that Pennywise the Clown. Now, let me go ahead and real quick. Kat, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to have you. Thank you so much. Move in a little bit.
Oh,
move in. No, and move over a little bit right there. There you go. Damn. That chair is kicking your ass right now.
I'm too short.
I know. It's funny because I'm asking her to move over, but her feet can't touch the floor, so she's just trying to use her body weight.
That chair's like, no, you don't. No.
That chair ain't met our man. Move. But, Kat, we're going to get to you. But before we do that, we want to welcome all the people who couldn't be here tonight in the studio. Hopefully we will meet you one day, but you know what? You don't need to come here in person just yet. We've made it easy for you to join us here on this show, to be a part of this lovely program. And you're watching the stream right now. You're probably not doing it anymore. You saw my ass ran off. But if those who stayed and are braving the rest of this program, you got a keyboard in front of you because you're watching the show on your computer, on your phone. You know, them little numbers and letters are always there. So use them to type in for me, kcoolmans@gmail.com. That's KCOOLMANZ@gmail.com. You email us with any kind of questions, comments, compliments, insults, input, and or advice. Now, if you'd like to be part of this show, as we have been asking you to, in that email, put your phone number in there. Put your skeet contact in there. Press send and shit, don't do that. We are up in your home scaring the shit out of you. The only clowns in the world, Martin, who do the house calls. Bring the circus to your home. Oh, you know what? We are on that Twitter at KCoolMan. On that Instagrams at Double Toasted fan page. On the Facebooks, type in Corey.Coleman.5. If you would like some private clown time with me, that's what you put in there. If I happen to be too busy, well, Mr. Goodman's busy right now, so Martin, can you get my back on this?
I will help you out on Twitter and Instagram at Martin_NoFro, or look for Martin Thomas on Facebook, where I think you can also find Mr. P.
Gertz! Yes! So you can find me on Facebook, Patrick Gertz, Twitter, Patrick Gertz at P. Gertz, and on Instagram at P. Gertz. Back to you, Coleman.
No, back to all y'all out there, and you can come see all of us here in the world-famous Double Toasted Studios. You know, if you're going to be visiting Austin, you visited Austin, and you say, damn, I like that city. I think I'm going to move there. But you did move here, and you didn't tell nobody. Well, that's just darn rude. Don't be like that. Come down here and see a show. kcoolmans@gmail.com. KCOOLMANZ@gmail.com. You know how it is. You're going to send me an email. I'm going to send an email back to you. We're going to coordinate with each other, and that way we can accommodate you. You know, this is about the time I usually talk about New York, but if you ain't got your ticket right now, you ain't going. It's sold out. Sold all out. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to simply say that that we are getting closer to figuring out if we have the meet and greet venue for that Friday. Now, you know the show is on Saturday, November 4th. Sold out the venue. Been talking, and it is completely sold out, Martin. Today I checked in. I said, Mr.
Venue,
Mr. Brooklyn Bazaar, Mr. Bazaar, could you just fit one more Just one more. And they said, nope.
Hell no.
No, hell no. You got too many musty motherfuckers in here anyway. So they said, no, you cannot fit any more in here. We're sorry. So it is completely sold out.
Yeah, there's no more room for us.
Yeah, it's your house show now. Hey, I bought the venue. You use it. But yeah, so there's no more room. So we are completely sold out. So hopefully we can get that meet and greet venue on Friday for you. And hopefully we'll find out by Friday. Got Mr. Yarnell and Mr. Palumbo hitting them streets trying to find out for us. Now, let me see here. Now, this is feeling kind of loose. It ain't going to come off, is it?
No.
Okay, good. I'm all paranoid now and everything. Oh, you want to be yanking like that?
Well, I mean, if you... Yeah,
Yeah.
probably take some skin.
No, I'm curious because I always thought you used spirit gum, but I used it for my costume last Halloween, and I had to constantly reapply it.
I thought you said I use it for my constipation. I was like, man, no, that works the opposite, my friend.
Yeah.
Your costume, what costume did you use it for?
The Colonel Sanders. I had to keep putting the beard, like gluing the beard and mustache on all night.
You were a badass Colonel Sanders, by
Thank
the way.
you.
You know what? I didn't know that we have not made it as black people because we do not have a black Colonel Sanders yet.
I think we're getting close.
We're getting very
I was
close.
watching all those new commercials. I was like, well, they keep trading them out. Why not have a black Colonel
Yeah,
Sanders?
why not? Yeah, why not get Tracy Morgan? I love chicken.
I'm gonna get chicken pregnant.
But
So what do you use instead?
Prozaid.
Prozaid.
So Prozaid is a medical grade adhesive. And so,
you know what I'd like for you to do? I'd like for you to move in just a little bit so we can see you
Where?
on
Oh,
the
yeah,
camera right there.
Yeah,
There
just
you
make sure
go.
we can see you on your camera.
So Prozaid is a medical grade adhesive, and it's actually quite. You have to use like rubbing alcohol or something like that to actually get it off.
Oh, you're never getting that off.
It's going to take a little effort.
Okay, so I'm not going to have a chin after this.
No, you will. You will.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, welcome back to your 9-year-old child.
And forehead. All of the above. So I told everyone before, this is Kat Mitchell right here. And Kat Mitchell, you are not just a makeup artist, but you, as you can see here, people, a special effects makeup artist.
Yes, that's actually what I specialize in.
What you specialize in, I got her backstory today. She's one of those people who was going to, be a grown-up. She was going to go to the serious working world, be responsible. She was going to be a doctor.
I was.
And you said that just was not your calling. She was midway through doing surgery and just dropped everything and just said, you know what, this is just...
What am I doing with my life?
Some sick makeup ideas.
Well, good luck, but this is just not for me anymore. But luckily your nurse was able to save the guy. But you said you wanted to... What's that?
Yeah, that's why you have a back.
Exactly. And like your man over there. But
You better not die.
yeah, it's me. So what? But she said, I want to be a makeup artist. 10 years you've been doing this.
Yeah. Well, 10 years professionally. It's been a hobby all of my life. And so I really decided when I left school that this is really, really not what I wanted to do. And so I was trying to figure out what I could use my education and my life experience and all of this. And I'm a fine artist. And so I was trying to figure out what I could do to use all of those things to actually make me happy.
A mortician.
And so,
Yeah, there you go.
but see, if you do special effects, you get to blow stuff up.
You know what's funny about this discussion that we're having? Like you're talking, and every now and then I cut to me. I'm trying to seriously nod my head, and I realize I'm in clown makeup. Yes. Tell me more.
It's okay. I've had conversations with all sorts of creatures.
You gotta stroke your chin.
I know, yeah. well, it ain't coming off. So, but this makeup job that you see here, now I hired her to do this because this is a professional job that she did. Because I wanted to go full out. I wanted to get the bald head and I wanted to get the prosthetics and everything. Because and it was funny because I had to call my girl today, but I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But
I can't wait.
yeah, no, it was a job that I recorded too. You know, I wanted everybody to see how the process was. So we sat down here and we recorded the whole thing, and you can see how there's handsome original Corey right there. But this
Where?
is well, yeah.
Sorry.
Fuck you. But you know, you can see how the process is for this. Like, this is she's doing the whole thing with the latex and the ball cap, and as I said, the prosthetics right there. And I'll zoom up just a little bit because
damn, girl, you work fast.
I know. Yeah, she had a line of cocaine or two before she joined us. But yeah, this was she and a lot of this, as you can see, is not just makeup that you just kind of cake on or rub on. She's using airbrush right there for the white makeup and also for the black makeup that you see there too. So it was quite a long process that she did, and it was and you know what, I told her the whole time, I'm just sitting there, like I didn't go anywhere. I sat there the whole 2 hours. And for some reason, just looking at the progress that she was making with this, and it was just fun.
And you can't stop checking your phone.
I know. Yeah, well, I'm sitting there for 2 hours. We ain't doing nothing. I tried to have I ain't gonna lie. I tried to have a conversation with her. We got to know each other, and then after a while, I just said, I don't give a shit no more.
I like that face right there. God damn it.
Just tired at this point. Yeah, I was just like, you're just not interested anymore.
I've actually had people fall asleep before because in some of these things you're working on somebody for 6 hours, and so we have these big reclining chairs, and they just sit back and go to sleep.
Yeah, you told me how you had a guy with a cigar in his mouth the whole time.
I did. Paul McKellips. I had to take him. He's about 40 years old. It was at the time, and I had to turn him into a 70-year-old Scotsman. And he had a cigar that he left in his mouth the entire time. I could only get him to take it out in order to do the prosthetics around his lips. Like, come on.
And it's funny because he got through security at where was it?
He was doing it in a Bull-like conference and got past federal security, and that was my moment of success. I was like, score.
Yeah, that was what I was saying. The hell with Hollywood, the CIA is where you need to go. Yeah. I mean, they'll kill you when they're done with you, but CIA,
impossible mission.
God damn, that's Mission Impossible before you say that.
It was. Yeah.
Speaking of buggers, speaking of mission, but no, that is amazing what you've done tonight, and I want to bring you up here because I saw some of your work, and I'm going to go to your website here. Can I go to your website? Because it's funny, she puts her phone number on her website, and when I guess she's getting a lot of weird calls from people because I'm like, damn girl, do you want some business or not? Because she answered the phone, she's like, who is this?
Oh,
I'm
no.
I was like, I would like to hire you for something. And then I told her, I said, yeah, I'd like to hire you for makeup. She's like, I was like, no, I have a legitimate job. And also, do you do sex too? I'm playing, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I'm playing.
You cut your eyes over there.
You got the goddamn kingpin over there. I'm playing. No. You were, and it was funny because I told her what I would like for her to do. I said, we do a movie review show, and we're doing the movie It with Pennywise, and we want to do a clown theme, and I'd like for you to come in and do some professional makeup. And she just paused again, and she's like, keep going. I was like, she was making me nervous. Like, I was calling him innocently. I felt dirty. Even until she meets you, she's like, where's your place again? Like I'm leading up to a crack house or something. But I'm going to go to your website if that's okay.
Sure.
Kat Mitchell, and there it is right there. And you're also auditioning for Face Off, the sci-fi show.
I have actually. They've been kind of watching my work over the years, and a couple years ago asked me to audition, and I made it. They have several cuts before you actually air, and so I made it to like the last round of that.
Yeah,
which is good. I mean, they still watch all my stuff and follow my work. And
can I show a little bit of your demo reel right here that you got going? Cut this on pen. Let's see. There you go. Face Off. I thought she had done like the effects for the Nicolas Cage John Travolta movie. She said that. I was like, did you make them change faces in the movie? This is your audition reel.
Yes. Hi, my name is Kat Mitchell. I'm from Austin, Texas, and this is my audition tape for season 9 of Face Off.
'Cause it's a pain, a destiny child, you know it will be rocking 'cause it's fucking insane.
Is that your song that you did? Kat Mitchell, makeup artist, gonna do some fucking makeup for you.
It's just a pain, A destiny child, more precious than a diamond on a platinum chain. In Venice Beach there was a man named Cage. When he was bucking, he was out of the rage.
Cat Mitchell!
Wait, is this Tenacious D?
Yeah. And it was funny too because at the end of the video, I don't know if we can get there or not, but she didn't know what they were going to do with her work. Let me see if it will actually take me there, because so she did a demon, and what they did was so she did this demon.
It was on Easter Sunday.
And it was on Easter Sunday, and they just and it was almost like they were trying to sabotage her business because they took that demon that she did on Easter Sunday and put him up on a cross like Jesus.
I got into makeup as a young child. My dad was constantly
You know what? And can't nobody say nothing because that's still a lot more tame than the Last Temptation of Christ. Oh, what was it? The Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah. So. Yeah, great work.
Thank you.
Great work. It's thank you so much for agreeing to come in.
Oh, absolutely.
And do this because it was funny. I told my wife. I told her how much I was paying for this. I said, can I say how much you charge right there? Because it's reasonable. She because I wanted to do this this whole thing cost about $200 for the makeup and everything, and she said that you're available for Halloween.
I am.
And it was funny because I told my wife how much I was paying for it because I thought this would be a good segment for the show. And she said,
You did what?
Yeah, she was kind of she's like, baby, why are you wasting your money on that? I can do makeup for you. And she actually went to the bathroom and got some talcum powder and some lipstick. And like, sit down, I do it for you. I was like, I don't think it's like this. And when I called up to show her, even when I put it, because I said, babe, you should see this. She called me on FaceTime, and I cut it on. She's like, hey, babe, God damn! Who did this to you, baby? She thought I got beat down or something, but. Where's my
down
baby?
To the bone.
Yeah. What did they do to my baby?
They made you white, baby.
So, great work, and I really appreciate you coming on and doing this.
Oh, absolutely, it was fun.
And it was a lot of fun. So, if you have any kind of makeup job, you're doing a project, a film, a commercial, anything big or small, big budget or independent. This girl might actually have a big Hollywood job coming up. Maybe I don't want to jinx anything, but. She might be traveling the world, Hollywood style. Yep. And she's also done a lot of commercial work around town, too. Mm-hmm. So anything. She's very good. And for all your special effects needs, please call Kat Mitchell. And there she is right there.
Give my website out.
Your website is, go ahead, you tell them.
It's Cats, KATSSPFX. Cats Special Effects.
There you go, people. There you go. So, Kat, thank you very much. Give her a hand, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Look at this. She left a card right here. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We will. Thank you so much.
You.
Hey, man, it was great talking to you, by the way. Yeah. No, we actually had a good conversation. Oh, shit. I thought you were going. I was just playing, man.
On point. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Good night, y'all. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
I don't know why you want to let Mia do your makeup. She did a great job with me.
Did she do that?
No.
Okay.
That's my dirty work.
Yeah, it's all Gertz.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
There they go. There they go. All right, you guys move on over. Get from behind Martin. He don't like that. Oh, let me get you guys into the shot right here. Oh, let's see. There we go. There we go. So let's see here, people. Damn, you right. I look sad as fuck.
Yeah,
right
it cracked me up with that.
Will you please hurry up?
Hello, darkness.
This is what my life has become.
I become.
That is that Ben Affleck look.
Sad Affleck. I'm a cheap $200 clown.
Zack Snyder's hit.
Ooh. There were so many explosions. I don't know what's going on.
Why'd they blow Pennywise up? All right. Well, how y'all doing tonight?
Good.
Good to see y'all. Good to see you. Martin, thank you for going to see that movie. I knew I couldn't make it, so thank you. I was getting all clowned up, everybody out there. But everybody doing all right. Yeah, good to see you. Oh, shit. There it goes. The love trap theme from It. Yeah, people, you know what that is right there. That's the remix of everybody's favorite scary-ass clown, Pennywise, right there. First, he got his acting debut in the series It, the miniseries back in the day. Now he's got a recording career over in Atlanta.
Got a Def Jam.
Yeah.
Blowing up.
He blowing up more than balloons right now.
Send me stuff on SoundCloud.
Yeah, so y'all know when you hear that theme right there, that clown's right around the corner. What's up?
Clown walking up to you. Yo, you like hip hop? Yo, man, get the hell away from me.
Can't you see a clown coming out of a clown?
Selling CDs from his
I was like, little clown car. Yo, man, I got that remix.
He kept pulling out CDs. We didn't know how he did it.
How many albums does he have in there?
Oh, people, yeah, you know when you hear that theme right there, Pennywise is right around the corner. When did this novel come out, man?
Why are you asking me?
1986 is when this came out. Do you remember the miniseries? When did that come out?
The miniseries was 1990.
1990. And when that came out, now that everybody said that, you know what? That series, for anybody who has read that book, and people love that book for tons of reasons, and one of them is that it's almost a rite of passage. Like for some kids, that's the book you read. You know, that's the first nasty book you read where they saying fuck and they got blood and all kind of horror and shit in there. That, you know, that's the one. Plus, it's thick as hell. And a lot of people who have read that book, they said, yeah, that book is amazing, but that miniseries that was on TV, yeah, it didn't do that book justice. However, your boy, what's his name?
Tim Curry.
What's his name? Tim what?
Curry.
Tim Curry.
I'm afraid to answer you now, man. Tim what?
Tim what? I know this makeup on. What? Tim who? What the fuck you say to me?
I don't know anymore. I just want to go home.
What you call me?
Called you a clown, man.
I just want to take it seriously.
God damn it. But
Do I amuse you?
but Tim Curry, he did leave an impression on people's minds back then in being the first Pennywise to come to the screen, whether it be the small one or the big one. And
Ruining clowns from here on out.
man, clowns were kind of okay. Like John Wayne Gacy came in and fucked it up for everybody,
Yeah.
but clowns were like finally on the come up. You know,
Come back, boy.
Moving on up.
yeah, clowns were back. They were just about to get back on
Because
the
Ronald
scene.
McDonald was holding it down.
Yeah, you know, people were beginning to trust him again, you know, going through the neighborhood selling ice cream and shit, and all of a sudden this fool stepped on his and being, no, fuck that, no, hell no. Shit. No, hell no, I can't do this no more. But that's why they said, hey, you know what? We need that big screen version of it. That small screen was all right for some people. We need that big screen version of it. For those of you who love the book and you've seen the movie, even if you haven't, you've been hearing about this thing about to come out for years, and you know Pennywise. Well, with this is about a town, Derry. Where is it? Derry, Maine. And they got a clown problem. And it's
Infested.
Right there in Derry.
Derry, Maine.
With a capital C, and that rhymes with T, and that stands for trouble.
But they, over there, like, all the adults, they're like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. What's wrong with y'all? Everything's cool with us. But all the kids, for some reason, who go missing every 27 years, they see Pennywise everywhere. And Pennywise has a way of getting into your mind and actually messing with your worst fears and making them come to life for you. And in this one, it all starts out with a group of kids. One of them, Bill, who loses his little brother, Georgie. And he's the first one to go out and tell everybody, like, all right, goddamn, we got to do something about this clown, man. Tired of him fucking with me. You know,
Taking my siblings.
Trying to take a piss at night.
Trying to get me to buy burgers.
Yeah.
Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too.
I saw something.
The clown. Yeah, I saw him too. You'll float too.
What happens when another Georgie goes missing? Or one of us? Are you just gonna pretend it isn't happening like everyone else in this town? If we stick together, we'll win.
open up a box in a room full of clowns. Last thing you want to do.
Especially considering that's his worst fear.
Yeah, for that kid, you know what the hell was going to happen. And everybody's looking at this and they're like, okay, I don't care nothing else about this movie. If nothing else, what's that clown like? Is that Pennywise? Is he going to scare the shit out of me? That is all I want to know. And for a lot of people out there, the answer is, hell yes, he's going to scare the hell out. He's a goddamn clown. Motherfucker's a Ronald McDonald on steroids right now. Yeah, he's going to scare the fuck out of you. It's especially if you are already scared of clowns. This is like having a nightmare about clowns while being on acid. Yeah, man. You gonna have if you have a fear of clowns and you still want to go see this, I advise you not to. But if you still want to do it, call your therapist ahead of time and let them know you're coming in.
Seats.
What's that?
They be pissing themselves watching this movie.
Oh yeah, wear some diapers. Call your therapist. Put in for some overtime because this will scare the fuck out of you. If not, you were scared of clowns. They've done a great job with Pennywise. They have the technology now to go in, add special effects to Pennywise, do things to make him scarier, enhance him with scary appendages and having him morph into scary things. And it also helps that you got just a weird ass looking person to play him without the makeup. Bill Skarsgård.
He's not so weird looking.
He is. He's that, he's that handsome weird. Because he got the big ass eyes. He looked like a pretty fish.
Him and Rami Malek roll together.
You were desperately trying to tear him down.
Yeah, you goddamn right. How dare he be more handsome than me? Fuck him. Even as a clown, he still look better than me. I'm like, fuck you, man. Handsome fuck. But with this, it's he's great in the role. He actually is, I didn't think, with him being so young, I didn't think that he could actually do as good of a job as somebody like Tim Curry. I thought in order to capture the not only the evil of this clown, but also just being such a predator, because that's the scary thing about him. Yeah, he's a clown, and yeah, he eats children, but
other than that, he's a pretty nice guy.
But other than that, he's cool.
Yeah,
but balloons. He drinks a little too much, but other than that, he's fun.
You get to know him. But no, it's like, it's the predatory side of him, the way he lures children in to bring them in. Like even Chris Hansen, like, no, fuck that. I ain't catching that predator. That motherfucker's gone. Hey man, you got wine coolers and anything? You need me to get anything for you?
GameCube controllers, you good?
Yeah, you got it? All right. But that is the creepy part, the way that he lures children in. And that is how they set Pennywise up. From the very first 15 minutes of the movie, they show you just the how evil and how far this clown will go to lure a child in, and to also just not really give a fuck about children. It's that's enough to scare you right there.
Hiya, Georgie. What a nice boat. Do you want it back?
Yes, please.
You look like a nice boy. Do you want a balloon too, Georgie?
I'm not supposed to take stuff from strangers.
Oh, well, I'm Pennywise the dancing clown. Now we aren't strangers, are we?
I should get going now.
Oh. Without your bow? Here. Take it.
Okay, as much as I hate the violence towards children, that kid had it coming.
Yeah, dude, I mean? What happened 15 seconds before this was when he chased that boat and he runs into a sign.
Man, the kid,
I was like, you know what? Georgie was going to die. Whether Pennywise got him or not, in the next 2 days, something was going to take him out.
Georgie wasn't going to live anyway. Georgie's almost getting killed by inanimate objects. He's like,
Pennywise put that there.
I like the way he looked too. That kid like, fuck.
Yeah. I'm sure that clown in that gutter's just like, ooh.
Maybe I should leave him alone.
Yeah.
This is almost too.
Yeah. Like Pennywise set that shit up like the coyote. Except it worked this time. You know, the Roadrunner would have been like, fuck this. But that kid like, oh, shit. And, you know, yeah, that kid would have had it coming anyway. And that's the other thing, man. You know, it's bad enough to have a clown come out of nowhere. Ain't no circus around anything. Hey, what's up, man?
Just living in the sewer.
But a clown fucking in the sewer, man?
Is that not where they come from? I thought they were just born out of sewers.
Circus blew him away, Martin.
Clown hanging out in the sewer. He's telling you, look, I'm a piece of shit. Of course I'm going to have it.
I don't know any kid who would see that and wouldn't immediately run to go tell somebody else, like, come here, you got to see this.
Oh, not Georgie. Not dumbass Georgie.
No, not Georgie.
Can I have my boat back? And it's made out of paper. Like, he can't go home and just make another one. You know? Like, yeah, you can keep that little raggedy motherfucking man. I'm gone. Hey, shit.
Take the shit. Throw it out of the sewer.
It's got nice construction and everything. I got candy. Should have went with that one first.
Yeah. I'll use a van next time.
God damn. But you know, it's and Bill Skarsgård's performance is great because you know, it's the makeup is there, and of course, it has the predatory nature in him. But it's the way that he's able to capture just the right amount of. There is a little bit of charm there. You do feel charmed by Pennywise a little bit, but then he puts those little nervous ticks in there, those little nervous mannerisms. Like and, you know, because he's looking at this kid, he's just kind of like, I can't wait to eat this motherfucker, man. He got a knife and fork in his hand.
Yeah, there's a point where he just starts drooling as he's talking to him.
You want your boat back now? Oh shit! I can't wait to eat your ass. The kid like, huh? You know, it's a really great performance by him under all that makeup. We don't know what you guys think.
No, I think he did a great job, and I think something that helped lend him being a super scary clown was that he's, I think, like 6'4", 6'5", or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's towering over these kids and even like majority of the adults in this town. So you're like, all right, he's got that just nailed perfectly. But like you said, the effects that they added to him did a fantastic job. I still think Tim Curry did a better job because he had less to work with, but I think he did an amazing job with everything that was around him as well.
Yeah, I somehow found Tim Curry a little bit more, I guess, charming or enchanting.
Yeah, more of a presence.
Yeah, more of a presence. I mean, as you said, he had less to work with, just straight makeup, where Skarsgård had all the special effects. That being said, it is a great effect they do that when he's in the dark, his eyes glow so subtly.
Oh yeah, and the thing with him is that you know, there's first of all, I have to tell people, if you are a new parent, or you really love children, or you hate violence against children, do not go see this, because you're going to walk out after the first 15 minutes, because Pennywise will mangle a toddler in a minute.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop there.
No, there's a scene where of violence against a child, a small child, where after that kid is mauled, that camera don't turn away. That camera's like, I'm putting this shit on World Star.
No.
Clown star.
You watch this.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you almost get mad at the director. Like, man, help this motherfucker, man. Like, no.
Well, really, I mean, you think about all the kids who grew up having planned play dates, or who were only allowed to play in the front yard, or you can play from right here to right here where I can watch you. It's all because of the original Pennywise. All because the parents saw that and went like, see, that's what's out there. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. I don't think that's how it went, man.
No, I guarantee it. I looked it up.
I think
He wrote it in Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's got to be true.
I think it was called Nintendo that kept kids from going outside. But
Nintendo put Pennywise out of business.
Yeah, Pennywise standing outside like, where the fuck are these kids at? I've been in this goddamn sewer for 2 days. Shit. Starving. But the other thing with Pennywise is that it also makes Pennywise look like just a punk bitch, man, because you know what I'm talking about?
No, he's a bitch with a capital I and a capital T when he doesn't get his way.
Man, Pennywise, because with Pennywise, he's in a town where he went in and put all the adults under a spell where they don't even know he exists, but he's out there picking on the smallest kids, not even teenagers.
Yeah.
There's a bully in town with a switchblade. Pennywise don't even fuck with him.
Right now.
Hey, Henry's dangerous, man.
A kid who's a psychopath.
Why don't you go after him? What, you seen that kid? No way.
Pennywise, that motherfucker got a weapon. I ain't fucking with him. He picks on girls, little kids.
But you guys are nerds. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
he on the nerds in town, yeah.
They call themselves the losers.
The losers, yeah. I'll go, that sounds like somebody I can rock with right there. And also, you know, if the kid's, if the kid is a teenager, he goes and picks on the skinniest one. and all
Or the fattest.
All the fattest.
Yeah.
And also, there's a point with with Pennywise where if he gets ganged, he can pick people out one at a time. But if he gets ganged up on, then he'll be like, hey, now, here, hold on, Pennywise don't want no trouble now, right? Yeah. Pennywise says, cool, huh?
I'm just joshing you. I'm joshing you.
Come on, you kids can't take a joke.
But now that we got Pennywise out the way, I have to say that I really don't feel like it's the horror in this. It kind of stops at Pennywise with me. They put in a scary looking creature pretty much, and that works for a little while. But I would say that the movie, and this is just me, I would say that the movie is kind of minimal on horror, because if you look at it, it's really it's been marketed to people to be a scary film. I almost think that between there being clowns in the movie and people just being told, oh, it's Stephen King, and also this is going to be a scary movie, the scariest movie that you've seen this year. People are buying into the hype. But I think that if you really look at this, what works with this is that it's a coming of age story. It's Stand By Me with an evil clown in it.
Yeah, it's like Stephen King went like, let me rewrite that, but put some of my Stephen Kingness in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Put my kingness in
Yeah. Man, you wrote so many books. You know you wrote one that had no horror in it? Oh, that can't be.
Yeah.
Let me take another crack
I
at
know.
that.
Put my Stephen Kingness in it. Mr. King, can I talk to you for a moment, please? Is that wine coolers in a book in your hand?
No, it's cocaine. Thank you.
Thank you. But no, it's to me, it works because the Losers Club, that's what they call the kids in the movie. They are the kids from Stand By Me. And most of the movie is about them getting together to fight an evil force. Mm-hmm. But it's really about them not only getting together, but also going through the hardships of starting out being a teenager in life, being people who were shunned by the rest of their peers. Mm-hmm. There's more of that in the movie than there is of any horror that's in there. I don't know. I mean, maybe y'all are seeing it differently, and maybe we're just taking different things and emphasizing it.
I would say it's a little bit less terrifying than the OG one. I feel like the horde wasn't as blatant as I think was what you were looking for, but I still feel like it did a good job of conveying a lot of horror. Like even if it wasn't just Pennywise, because the parents in this town are all weird and creepy and criminals. So yeah, like I got more of a creepy factor than a holy shit I'm scared out of my mind factor.
Yeah, and that's the thing with it, is that I also got I felt creeped out more by the adults in the movie. That's one of the things that I like. There's this parallel going on where it's like, yes, supernatural is scary, but human beings are a lot scarier sometimes.
Yeah, man. The fact that they're all in positions of like power, like a pharmacist or a teacher or a parent or a cop.
Or a father.
Or a father. So you're like, Jesus Christ, like what are they going to do to this child?
Well, this whole book seems to be all about facing your bullies. I mean, they're bullied at school, they're bullied by the adults, and now they got this creature that's bullying them, where it's finally like, okay, enough is enough. We got to fight one of these.
I like they'll fight a demon before they fight a human.
Oh, they're running from them bullies. But that clown got to go. Fuck that clown. Hey, Gertz, go ahead and put in something here, man.
Well, I'm in the middle of reading the book right now, and the book is very much like that, where all of these authority figures, they're just as frightening as the clown is. Mm-hmm. So that's why they don't really reach out to anybody for help. It's like, who am I going to reach out to? My abusive father or my neglectful mother? No, we got to solve this ourselves. And it really makes you root for these kids all the more.
That is true also. I didn't even think about it that way. These kids really are all on their own, man.
Yeah, they feel really isolated until they're together amongst themselves.
It's like a metaphor, almost like the whole thing of the clown letting the kids be abandoned, the adults not knowing what's going on. It's like a metaphor for just irresponsible adults.
Yeah.
Or just really just shitty adults. Also, I guess what made it feel like there was the horror was at a minimum for me was that this is set in the 80s. Now in the book, I believe it's 1958.
I want to say it's 53.
53. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, that makes sense. 'Cause
Yeah.
for this to be the 80s, it so often didn't feel that way.
No.
Except when they would play some of the music ever so often. It felt more like the 50s. But I was like, well, maybe Maine is just one of those towns where
Yeah.
they just never got out of that.
I think
I saw it.
I think one of the things that they were hoping for was that the small town would cover up for anything else. That like the shortcomings of this being transplanted into the 80s. Well,
Yeah,
it
go
may
to
feel-
Derry and set your watch back 30 years.
Yeah, no, it's like, you know what? This is a town it's so small that it has that old fashioned feel no matter what period it's in. And I think they want to rely on that feeling to cover up for this being brought into the 80s. But it's very, there are times they really force some 80s stuff in there, the shirts and the songs and
The marquees on the movie.
yeah. Star, what was it?
Batman and Lethal Weapon 2.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street 5.
I saw 5. I'm like, 5 was not out at that time. but one of the things that really adds to the coming of age story, it feels like an 80s Spielberg film.
Yeah, it does.
It's I got a lot of that Berg thrown in there because these kids even when they have scenes where they're supposed to be tension, where they're supposed to be leading up to something frightening, it still has more of an adventurous feel to it. Like these kids go off into the sewers and they're trying to discover this thing on their own, and it gets to a point where it starts to feel like the Goonies.
Guys! Don't tell me that.
George, you wore galoshes.
Whose sneaker is it? It's Betty Ripsom's.
What if she's still here?
Eddie, come on. My mom will have an aneurysm, okay? If she finds out that we're playing down here, I'm serious. Bill?
If I was Betty Ripsom, I would want us to fight. Georgie, too.
What if I don't want to fight them? I mean, no offense, Bill, but I don't want to end up like...
Shit. Did I say that loud? Hey, man, I'm just playing, right?
But seriously, I don't want to end up like that.
And these kids is what really helps that feeling. These kids I thought these kids were pretty cool, man. I thought that they were great. None of them, they go from good from great to good, but none of them are really bad. And I really like that kid right there.
Yeah.
Jack
He's my
Dillon.
favorite.
He was my favorite too. He's like a little coked out rat.
He acts like a little old man throughout so much of it. Too.
Yeah.
It's like it's in my other fanny pack.
He's taking pills all day.
I don't want to get asthma again.
Yeah.
Like, chill out, dude.
That's what he's like. He's like a little chihuahua. He's always trembling and shit.
Yeah.
My mom said I can't go in there, man. That kid is really great, man. And they have their standouts here. Like that actor right there, he has mannerisms like an adult. And that's how some of these kids really nail, man. They have these mannerisms where they fight like people, not in their 20s, but in their 30s, almost their 40s. And there are some standouts there. Probably the one that had to capture the most maturity because their situation was the most messed up was the chick that they had in there played by Sophie Ellis, man. She's supposed to be the same age as the kids, but she's the bad girl. She smokes, but her situation, which is really it's I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's on par. Probably worse
than everybody.
It's worse
Yes.
than man.
By far.
It's worse than any clown. She's got some shit going on in her family. That even Pennywise is kind of like, I ain't going to your house. Shit, why you think I'm in this fucking sewer? Because all these adults are messed up in this town.
You can see how like all the other parents actually like, no, this is why I want to keep you here, and hers is like, you should probably go. You should probably live in the sewers with the clown.
yeah. And also, here's another thing.
Did it freak you out how much she looks like Amy Adams?
Oh man, you know what? I didn't see it before, but I see it now.
That's all I could think the whole time.
Yeah, shit, maybe it was Amy Adams. No, she's really good, man. I don't want to sound like a creep myself, but I just kept wondering. I was like, is this girl really like 13 or 14? Because she seems so much older. Now, don't be looking
Just
at me.
stop.
No,
And you wearing clown
And
makeup?
clown makeup too, man. That's
not
you're
good.
writing the sheet right now.
How old is she? Oh, you're not buying it?
No.
Okay.
Put the cuffs on.
Wow, rough crowd. Get in the fucking car.
You're gonna go find 10 more of you and put them in here too.
But there's another kid in here, and you might have seen him before, and I'm not going to say anything yet. I'll make my point about this later. But they have, if you like your kids in movies, again, like you don't like to see violence against children, if you like your kids innocent and fun-loving, and you like to see them not be adults yet, well, then you do not want to see this, because these kids are just nasty. These kids are always fuck this, fuck that. All these kids are talking about let's measure our dicks.
Fuck your mom.
Fuck your mom. The
kids from South Park.
Yeah, hey, pretty much, man. And and you see them, and it gets weird sometimes because they start stripping down. Like the girl gets down to her panties and stuff. They got there swimming half naked, almost skinny dipping. It's like, wow, man, these kids. This is some shit that you just don't want to know about kids. Kids are out there. I mean, if they're not, out there like they're cursing really bad and smoking, out there trying to carve other kids up.
Yeah.
I'm like, what town is this where you get to do that and nobody steps in or says anything?
It's
in
a town,
the 90s.
Yeah, it's a town with an evil fucking clown. I think anything goes, man.
I guess.
Yeah, these kids are very mature.
But it's just movie bullies are all psychotic on a level that belongs in prison. And I'm like, hey, I've been bullied before, but never like what I see here.
Yeah, and but I'll get into the bullies in a little while. There's a point where I feel like that was justified, and in some other parts, maybe not. The one kid in here, man, this that kid, Ken Wolfhard, he's got the nastiest mouth. Every time they're talking about something, I don't know. He's always got to make something dirty. Everybody's talking about, man, it looks like a beaver dam. Yeah, there's a lot of damn beavers in this town, right? Anybody with me, fellas? And people are like, shut the fuck up, man.
But we laugh, though.
But he's like this little kid. He's so horny, man.
He's 13, man. Of course he's gonna be that.
But all
way.
the other kids know how to maintain. He's like, they're always catching him with his dick in a drainage pipe or something. Jesus, there he goes again. Come on, man.
Stop being so predictable.
Yeah. Don't let that little innocent kid fool you, man. Sticking his dick in like power sockets and shit. But he's I think with the horror, with me, another reason why it takes a step back is because with these kids being so dirty and the way they talk to each other, because they're ribbing on each other the whole time. And in fact, that might be a little bit of a fault because it does go to that Goonies area where the kids are yelling and talking over each other. As much as the kids are great, they just get loud after a certain point. How'd you feel about the kids, though?
I thought they were all great. I think my favorites were probably Eddie, the sickly one, and Ben, the little fat one. Like right from the get-go, I liked how charming he was because I was expecting them just to make him just be like, oh, the token fat kid. And he's not that at all. They took him in some unexpected directions. And at the same time, we're faithful to the book with it, too. Like, there's some jokes between him and Beverly with the kind of music that he likes to listen to that I thought were hilarious.
Yeah, and there's a little chub ass right there. He's excuse me. No, they didn't try to go in there and make his weight the butt of any jokes or anything. He was actually, except for me, the bullies, but everybody else was just kind of like cool with him, and they just picked on him because he was a loser like the rest of the group.
The way they found him, he's like, yo, I don't think we could really pick on him right now.
And go ahead.
I was going to ask you, because we're going to stick on the kids right now. They were really, really smart, but they were also like really dumb. Like that, did that not bother anybody else?
It bothered him. I heard Martin's like, God damn.
They figure out like, this is what we got to do to not be murdered by this clown, and then they do the exact opposite by the smallest thing.
Somehow the concept of staying together evaded them over and over again. And I get it, they're kids, they can't think of everything, and they're in a tense situation. But the one thing is like, we're in danger. We already figured out that we need to stick together, and they just keep breaking off and going off on their own. I'm like,
man, like
for fuck's sake.
Y'all are teenagers. And like, I know if you were like 10 or 11, you're like, all right, I understand.
I know.
But they are teenagers doing this shit.
It bothered me too. I saw that. Like sometimes Martin looks at things in movies and I hear him out loud, oh Jesus, I'm like, man, just cool down, man. But then at that moment, like, yeah, he's right. Yeah. That one kid, Bill, the one that lost Georgia, like, we gotta stay together, everybody. Hold on. Hey, Pennywise!
It's not even like something alluring. It's like $100 grand sitting there. And then somebody's like, "Hey, you, what?"
I know. Mr. But the other thing with this, with it being a comedy, because the movie just gets goofy sometimes, man. That's the thing about it. Within the horror, I don't think it's bad, but within the horror of it, it just gets kind of silly because, first of all, they got this town, Derry, Maine, that for the most part, it's a small town. It might even be a stereotypical small town, but it's pretty rooted in reality. And it's funny because while Pennywise spends most of his time in the gutter, he's got a little real estate too on the corner.
That's right.
And that's it. And
He's just waiting for gentrification to come there.
and the shit that the house that he got, which very much suits his decor, his feng shui, but it's the house was like something out the Addams Family with that Tim Burton tree in the front.
Every time they showed that house, I had the theme from the Munsters playing.
And it's like police tape there, like whatever crime happened here happened a long time ago. Y'all can take this shit down.
Yeah, we're looking at the house right now. It is a cartoon, not a cliche, but a cartoon haunted house.
Yeah.
There's bats flying around that shit.
Monster House.
Yeah.
It looks like Monster House. And
Back to Spielberg.
And then when they go in there, they actually have. Look, I'm sorry for we need to pay Scooby Doo royalties at this point because we keep bringing it up. But they do have a Scooby Doo moment where they're all running around in different directions. They even have the different doors that they got to go into.
Expect to hear the monkey start playing.
Running from a clown, yeah. It's not funny anymore. And you know what? And that's why I was laughing at that part at the end where they had that little kid going to the room with all the clowns and everything, because it is a cartoon moment that they have, because he gets split up from everybody, like we were talking about, and they all get split up, and it turns into the Three Stooges. Where they even have reactions when they see something like, and I was like, man, it's hard to kind of be scared when that moment is happening right there. And on top of that, that's when you have Pennywise, who, not that, look, none of this is bad. It's actually fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think some of it is very intentional because the way those doors are even labeled, it's like I cracked up at that. Like I think a lot of it is meant to be fun, which I was not expecting, honestly, just looking at the trailers.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's bad. It's fun. How scary that is to me, I don't know, but I had a good time.
Yeah.
And Pennywise at that moment actually turns into the Joker for a little while, where he's up in kids' faces. He's kind of mocking. Your mommy, and I'm like, bitch, fuck you. You know, it's actually making me mad. But
so you did feel like that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because I felt like that during those moments too. Like, come on, man, you gonna kill me or not?
Yeah,
like you got me dead to rights. Go ahead and get this shit over with.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, you're evil, but you don't have to be a dick about it.
I'll save you for later. Why?
Kill me now. You can kill more people later.
Yeah, man.
You're fishing with your time.
Yeah, it's but. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. And that's the whole thing about the movie. It's a fun film. And I enjoyed that about it. You know, when we talk about Spook House, sometimes it's at a fault, but it's fun here. Mm-hmm. Anybody got anything to add though while we're on that subject?
Oh, what subject exactly?
Talking about how fun the movie is.
Oh yeah, it is fun. And yeah, they played the Spook House element up to the hilt. And man, if you like that kind of thing, it's all there for you.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot going for the movie that a lot of people are going to forgive, because for them it will be that scary. For them it will be that fun. For them it will be that funny. I was surprised at how much this movie was a comedy sometimes.
Yeah, same here.
There's more. I mean, no, it was a straight out comedy. They even have a New Kids on the Block joke where it's played up like an 80s movie. And sometimes the tone shifts into uneven territory, but it can be fun. I can forgive a lot of this movie too, because it's so much fun. The only thing is that you got the Losers Club, and those kids are great. Outside of that, I think everybody is kind of flat. I don't think everybody is that well developed.
Well, not even all the losers are that developed, because we haven't even mentioned the black kid.
Oh, that
who had, maybe 6 lines.
Yeah. Little Cuban Gooding Jr.
The fourth.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because that kid's name is Chosen Jacob.
The first chosen.
I know. Might as well call that as Black Moses, man. But you know something? That's the thing. You know, we're gonna talk about the black kid, and we'll talk about the development of the characters. As we talked about, the adults are creepy in the movie, but that's about as far as they go. A lot of the adults are creepy, or they're just irresponsible, and they don't go into too much more depth with them. None of the adults at all. The other thing is that back to those damn bullies, man. That's like they just go through town in a Camaro just hunting kids to pick on.
They're terrorists.
These are very Stephen King bullies.
No, they are.
Yeah.
And Stephen King, for as great as a writer as he is, and the guy's a legend. He's a genius, but his bullies are flat.
Not only are they flat, but they're all murderers.
Yeah, they are.
They aren't content just to beat the kids up and harass them. Every time he writes a book with bullies, they're always at the point where they're about to murder a kid.
Yeah, and
I'm like, well, so what's supposed to happen after you do that?
Exactly. And that's the kid. I forgot who played him. I think he was also the kid in The Gunslinger, the other Stephen King book.
Oh.
And movie, but the
lot
kid
of callbacks here.
I know, man. Yeah, he's in that Stephen King family.
Oh, you thought he was the Dark Tower kid?
I think so, but he was. I think he was in the movie, I believe. But he plays Henry the bully, and that kid. Look, he's scary. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if Stephen King wants you to be scared of a 14-year-old kid, and you're a grown man, like if I lived in Derry, when I saw him coming, I'd turn right the fuck around.
You tucking your chain?
Yeah.
Yo, Henry coming.
Nah, man. The guy who played him, he's actually very good. In fact, the bullies, when you see them, they're effective, but they're Stephen King bullies right there.
I don't know. I would disagree with you here.
You don't? Okay, why?
I wasn't buying him. He just did a lot of screaming.
Yeah, he did. I mean, if you want to take
it's screaming and scowling
like he is right there.
Yeah, and even when by the time they show you like, well, this is why he's so mad, I'm like, nah, fuck him.
Damn, they even took bullies from other movies. They got the guy from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Exactly.
What's his name? Roderick. They got Roderick and they got Malfoy over there.
That's what I kept thinking the whole time. I was like, man, they're just pulling bullies from other movies.
You go a little step further, you see the Exorcist girl, and you see Damien from the Old Man.
Carrie's walking down the hallway covered in blood.
Carrie, Annabelle in there. But I agree with Martin. I think for some audience, it will be effective as far as giving you a villain besides Pennywise, but they're not that good.
I think that was the point for the bullies there, because I don't think they were really meant to be that well developed. I think they're just more for it just to be a flat antagonist. So you're like, all right, I'm against them, even when they do show you the reason why they're doing the things that they do, that they're just an antagonist to be there, just as a folly, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, but it was still, they just...
Did you want more time with them?
I didn't want time, but I didn't want them to be like every other bully in every other movie.
And I know I keep harping on this, but I could have been down with it if they weren't, at least the one wasn't murderous, because I just felt like that was going too far.
Yeah, that one guy was very far.
But I feel like they even explained that, but with this, where just that shot there, you get it that this whole town is fucked up by this force.
Yeah, that's
it.
You know what? And
so I'm willing to forgive it for that because it feels deliberate.
And you're right. The kids are. If there's one time to have stereotypical bullies, which I still think is just not great writing, it's to have a town where the kids can run amok.
Yeah.
Because if Gertz is right. Like these kids grab him, and the adults are just kind of like, yeah, go ahead, throw him over. They don't care because they're under a power.
Yeah.
So I can let it slide, like you said.
Yeah. So I felt like the material's not really there for them. I felt like they did an all right job with what they were given. But I agree with you, Goodwin. I didn't really want to spend that much more time with them. It would have been nice if they were able to do a little bit more with the time we had, but it didn't really detract from my enjoyment of the movie.
Okay. And, the bullies, I can agree with Martin, didn't bother me all that much, but what bothered me about them was not them themselves, but it was how noticeable they just didn't fit within the time period they were putting them in because of the actions they were doing. Taking this from the 50s and putting it in the 80s, these kids were meant to be racist, I believe. I didn't see. I didn't read the book. Like you can tell they want to call little Chosen. They say, yeah, you a chosen nigga. That's what you like.
Right,
we chose you, nigga. Chew. But they're like chasing this kid and they're saying things like, "Get out of my town, stay out of here." And you're like, why are they saying this to this kid? And he never come out and make these bullies racist against this kid. And it's like because it's 1989 and you guys felt like that might be out of place. Plus, it's probably a little bit of a cop out given the heated racial tension that we have today.
Sure.
So it didn't feel right.
They pick on Stanley for the same reason, though, because he's Jewish.
Yeah,
they're meant to be racist. They are racist in the book.
And the kid, and the kid that they have in there that plays the black kid. Did you not like him, Martin?
He just wasn't given much to do. I mean, and with the little he had to do, I thought he was okay.
You forget he's in there for a long
Yeah.
time. Like, this is a point where you hear somebody screaming, you're like, who was that? They're like, oh, yeah, that kid's being bullied. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's in this.
Yeah, they kind of just force him in with them, with the rest of the losers, and he's either just the token black kid, or they use him like for that he's the magical mystical Negro. He explains to all the white kids, well, my grandpappy said there's an evil force around here.
My grandfather thinks this town is cursed. He says that all the bad things that happen in this town are because of one thing, an evil thing that feeds off the people of Derry.
But it can't be one thing. We all saw something different.
Maybe. Or maybe it knows what scares us most, and that's what we see.
I saw a leper. He was like a walking infection.
But you didn't. Because it isn't real. None of this is. None of this makes any sense. They're all like bad dreams.
I don't think so. I know the difference between a bad dream and real life, okay?
Motherfucker, don't tell me what I know. He just gets real black on. You know, it's they don't have him around for a lot, and it's noticeable. And it might have made more sense had it been the 50s, because you would know why he's not around.
Sure.
Because it's a segregated small town.
They just say, like, well, he's homeschooled.
Yeah, exactly. No, he wasn't. Black people didn't start homeschooling until yesterday. So you know, it's and also I believe, and some people were saying that they noticed inconsistencies with the movie. They said the kids, that their wardrobe kept changing.
I'm not looking for all that.
I didn't see any of that.
If Goodwin didn't notice it, then maybe it's not a thing.
That shit crazy.
You pick up on stuff like
You
that
do.
all the time.
Yeah, people got on his ass. He's like, man, that Netflix Defenders, I didn't like it because the seasons kept changing in one shot. People are like, what? What kind of vision do
They
you
went back
have?
and watched it like, shit.
That's your mutant power.
It's the worst.
Yeah. But I did feel like with, and this is something with Stephen King too, he bends his rules a lot in his books for certain things, and especially the powers of something. And I think with Pennywise, there was a little bit of flexibility there with his power.
I came here, I spent the last day or so preparing to fight you on this. And you're saying all the stuff that I was going to say. It's weirding me out.
Martin, you don't want to argue. Yeah.
I know.
Once all that goes off, he's going to go back to normal Corey.
You're not Corey. Give me back Corey. Yeah, you don't want to argue with a clown, man. He actually disagrees with me with everything I'm saying. He doesn't want to argue. But no, you did, Martin. The reason why I came to that conclusion, maybe you saw something else, is because Pennywise at times seems like he's confined to the sewers. Maybe that house that he bought, you know. But
yeah.
But then there are times when his powers change to where he has the powers of that girl from The Ring, where he starts coming out of electronics. Hey, I love that shit. That's a hood move.
That's shit. Stop it out.
Everybody just standing there looking like, what the fuck y'all looking at this shit? Why you kick that projector across the room?
I like that. Like, nobody had the instinct to just turn the thing off.
Yeah, really? Really, y'all? God damn it.
He's like, if I didn't do nothing else in this movie, I'd kick that goddamn projector. But yeah, it was like the powers were just a little flexible and they weren't consistent.
They were very inconsistent because it seemed like it started out where he was confined, but then he wasn't, and then he had the power to do almost anything at sometimes, and other times he was vulnerable. Because there was some of the stuff he did, I was like, well, shit, man, if you can do that, then just kill them all right now and be done with it.
Yeah, like he actually produces children's TV programming.
Yeah,
you know,
that's right.
You know, I mean, you got your own network.
It's like Brigsby Bear.
Yeah.
He sneaks off to a station and does those shows.
You're like the what's that dude that owns Fox News?
Rupert Murdoch.
You're like the Rupert Murdoch of the sewers and shit. You know, you got your own TV show and you can't get these kids easier than a sewer. You know, it's yeah, and even the ending of the movie is just kind of like, well, anything goes. But then again, that's like a Stephen King ending to his books. I haven't read the books. I don't know. It might be better than what he had in the book. But yeah, it's just they bend the rules to their convenience. Now, that's not to say that this makes the movie bad. Not at all. And I might even feel more enthusiastic about it, but because of the shortcomings that I was mentioning, mainly that of the characters being very shallow outside of your core group of kids, and this is where y'all can get mad at me. Probably everybody in this room gonna get mad, but I believe that Stranger Things did it a lot
Holy
better.
shit, that's what I was going to say. I've been coming up for a day and a half just to say that.
I mean, we can leave the room if y'all want to make out. Like we do not mind.
Oh my God. We should take this on the road, Martin. Thomas and the Clown. But
I was saving it up, but
sorry, man. But no. Now, this way y'all mad. They're like, you disrespectful motherfucker. If it weren't for it and Stephen King, you wouldn't have this shit. And it'd be like, I got it, I know, but Stranger Things exist. In Stranger Things, they did things that this movie originally didn't do. In the book, they got a different decade. This is set in the 80s.
Yeah.
This is following a creature that's targeting kids.
Yeah.
But they include the whole town, and everybody feels like a character. That creature makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's just something where, if you really want to see it done better, I believe it's on Netflix, and it's a lot more consistent. Now, that's not to say that the movie is bad, not at all, because y'all about to. Oh, here comes YouTube. Shit, I'll see y'all. Not at all. But it's just funny how the thing that was influenced by Stephen King and it did it a lot better. Martin, go ahead.
I mean, you just
I've never seen you this smitten with somebody before.
Is it my makeup?
going through all the makeup and everything. I was like, oh well, let's get this shit over with. I know y'all gonna hate me when I open with saying that Stranger Things did it better. And a lot of it is because Stranger Things had 8 episodes to do it in.
Yeah.
And it's the way a Stephen King novel works. Is that the best thing about Stephen King novels, at least to me, is how he builds the characters. So, you get to know, you really know everybody. So with that, when the supernatural, the horror element comes in and people start dying, you care, you feel something. And yeah, he usually blows it by the ending because, what actually happens is never as interesting as the people there that he set up. And over the course of a miniseries, you have a chance to really build those people.
Yeah.
But also really work on having a supernatural entity that okay, I'm into this now. I want to know about this mystery. Where here, within this 2.5, almost 3 hours, even that wasn't enough.
It's actually 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But it's like I don't think this movie's bad. It's enjoyable. It's fun. It never scared me. And a lot of it was the inconsistency with Pennywise and his power set. But I guess so much of what kept me from really being into it, that kept me from that point where I forget that I'm watching a movie, is that so much of this movie is borrowed from everything else. And I don't just mean Stranger Things or stuff Stephen King influenced. Like you mentioned, the bullies who all look like they come from other places. And a lot of the dialogue between the kids, I was like, yeah, but there's been other properties, other Stephen King, Spielberg-like properties that have done this where I really got to know them much better. And this felt like a lot of shorthand for all those other things. It's almost like this movie, it teeters on being, hey, if you read the book, here's a companion.
Yeah.
If not, well, here's a fun little spook house movie for you. And I guess ultimately what falls on me is that I had hoped, from hearing from everybody how scary it was, I had hoped it'd be more psychological horror than haunted house stuff. And so that was a little disappointment, but hey, that's me for having those expectations. I didn't not enjoy it, but it didn't really put me at that next level like I'd hoped.
And don't y'all get mad at me. Shit. Even they knew that Stranger Things was bad. They took one of the kids from Stranger Things. Hey, can we borrow one of your kids, man? You're pretty much making the same movie. Hey, no, you just change your name. You can be the same one. Same character you are. Actually, that kid is funny because in Stranger Things, he's a little more geeky. He's just nasty. And I like that.
He kept reminding me of Corey Feldman in this movie.
Yeah, from Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into our wrap-ups right here. Let's have you put in some more right here, Gertz, since you haven't talked a whole lot.
Well, I think I like this movie a lot more than all of you guys, honestly. I really loved it. And I think you guys bring up a lot of good points, but it's one of those things where I just had so much fun with it. And I thought, as someone who is reading the book, to your point, I felt like it really got a lot right and still surprised me with how funny it was. And I think it runs circles around that 90s miniseries. Like, it's not
Oh, yeah.
close. Like, even Bill Skarsgård, I like him a lot more than I liked Tim Curry in that, because here he plays Pennywise like a creature as opposed to an evil clown. He feels like an actual monster. And I was able to get the sense that a lot of his powers were more psychological and hallucinogenic than anything else. So I didn't really have as much of an issue with his powers being inconsistent because of that. And I thought these kids were great, and I thought there were a lot of good shots. And when it's scary, I did find it scary. And it actually has well-crafted jump scares in it. Like, it's not just random shit coming at you. The scene is built around it, and it is paid off with some really fucked up imagery. So I really enjoyed this a lot.
What's your rating?
I give it a very enthusiastic full price.
All right.
I love this.
All right, Mr. Good.
I was like, me.
Yeah, yes. You.
Well, I think I mirror a lot of what Gert said. I did have a lot of fun with this movie. The major thing was, again, I always point that out with horror movies, is I hate when people are smart but they also do dumb shit, or they just do dumb shit. And that was one of the things about this that kind of pulled me out of it a little bit, because those kids seem to be able to figure out things in like 10 minutes, but the second when they got down to the action, they're like, all right, we're going to do some stupid shit. And I ain't appreciate that.
I didn't like that.
I ain't appreciate that. But I do think Gertz is right. They had a lot of beautiful shots. I think Pennywise, the Tim Curry version for me is a little bit better, but I appreciate the things they were able to do with him in this one, especially with CGI and making him do more contortionist things, especially that one clip they showed him coming out of the safe. That was really creepy. But yeah, it's not that much of a horror movie. This is kind of goes in that same boat of like Get Out, when people are like, oh, that's such a great horror movie. I was like, it's kind of like a thriller horror. Yeah. I kind of feel like this is more like a psychological drama horror movie. So yeah, it's not as scary as people are saying it is, but it still is a good movie, and I had a fun time, and it's a full price for me.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, sir.
Well, I think I've said most of it. Like I said, when I talked about the inconsistency with Pennywise, so much of what he did was psychological, and yet there were times where there were physical manifestations, and I went like, hold on now, is he making everybody see this, or is it actually happening? Because I could think of 2 times when stuff was actually there, and I'm like, how? Okay, I'm getting lost in the thread of how this is supposed to happen. But here's the thing about it. I thought they showed him too early. I wanted more build up to really have a chance to get fearful of him. And they popped him on the scene right off the bat. And it's just a personal thing where I was like, I really wanted some time to build up my fear, and it wasn't there. But like I said, I think it's an entertaining movie. If you want to see it, you definitely should. For me, it's a high matinee.
Yeah, and for me, I know you're talking about Pennywise. The reason why I love Pennywise in here so much, and I don't mean to keep harping on Pennywise, but there were 2 things that scared me with him. And it wasn't so much that, it was just the look, not really his actions. One, he had like this, he did this thing with his mouth. It's like this piranha mouth, man. And the way he would tear somebody, he's like a shark with clown makeup on. Sure. Those teeth. It's already like goofy enough, those teeth that he has right there, but those expand, and that's just like, he's like when they show that he's a creature, like you said, that's what I really liked about it. And I like that he's wall-eyed. Wall-eyed people.
Yes. He'd just be looking at someone and that eye would just go, that shit gets to me too.
He'd be talking to somebody and one of his eyes just get bored and just kind of do this, and he got to knock himself back on the head.
Hurry up, Georgie, Jesus Christ.
Like Pennywise was high as fuck sometimes. He'd just be talking, hey girl, where you going? Fuck. But it's
especially when he starts drooling in the middle of talking to you. Yeah.
And I'm right. I'm kind of caught between people. I mean, it's because I really do like this movie. I like this movie a lot. But I just don't, it's those things that I see that keep it from being in this, because I think it's a really good movie, but not great. And it's those things that I see in there that I just complained about that it makes me want more. And I have to give it the rating that I want to for those shortcomings that are there for me. I would not tell anybody not to go see this for a full price. I mean, you will have a great time because it is that much fun. But like I said, there was some uneven filmmaking that's going on in there. Not all the tones work together. Not all the actions that these kids did were consistent too. So I for that I really. It's especially as being from a piece of literature, I have to grade it on that right there, and I give it a very high. I mean, it's just scraping with them claws right there at a full price. It's right there at a full price, but just not quite. So.
Well, you know what? I really feel like I did myself a disservice by reading Needful Things and then watching the movie on top of everything else. Because watching this, I was hyper aware of Stephen King's shtick that he does in a lot of stuff. And I was just feeling like, oh, yeah, man, he cannot break out of some of these tropes.
Yes. No, that is it. No, I told Martin, I said, Martin had 2 pages to go in a Stephen King book. I was like, good luck. Martin came back like, fuck!
That's exactly what I said.
I think this is the only movie I've seen in a long time, at least, that's well over 2 hours, and I felt like I wanted it to be a little longer, so we could spend a little bit more time with these characters and get them a little bit more developed, because some of them absolutely get overshadowed.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll get it in part 2.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to go. I wanted to go see this in clown makeup. We talked about doing that, and I realized I can't wear this shit for 24 hours. We sit there watching a movie like this. I'll tell you what happened, though, because dressed like this, I had to go take a piss, and it was 5 minutes to just get out of this shit. Harry, I told, because just by the collar alone, was Harry over there? I told Harry to tie this shit for me, and I got in there, and he tied that in the hardest knot. I said, because he said, how you tie this? I was like, it's like you tie your shoes. You don't know how to tie your shoes, do you, Harry?
He just never takes them off.
I know, he'd say that.
I've been wearing these shoes for years.
Yeah, I was in there just struggling. I said, fuck it, I just pissed on myself, fuck it.
Hilarious, somebody walk in the bathroom, you just, oh my God.
I was like that. I just peed on myself looking like that. I give up.
Come to this.
Like a Batman fight scene.
Batman Begins.
What's funny is Harry sitting over there, no mic. He's trying to explain himself. Like, no, you don't understand. You told me.
That's it, cry. Just take this.
Nobody can hear you.
I didn't ask you to tie hangman's noose back then. Motherfucker's a Boy Scout with this shit.
Well, he used to be in the Klan.
Yeah, I'll walk away from him like, ooh.
He is hurt by that, Martin.
That's one dead black clown, right?
Most hilarious murder scene.
You float too. Oh, Martin. Let's see who's going to float now. Martin gets a gold star. This is part of the show where we do our trivia based on the movie that we just reviewed, which would be It. And we'll see who's going to be It to play the game. And we have 5 pieces of trivia. And we only need to get 3 pieces of trivia right in order for whoever we choose to get a prize. Now let's move on over here to get to the emails. And let's see who wants to play a game. I know that somebody was talking about playing a game with us way early in the day. Who said? No, shut your ass. He was over there. I don't even know if that was a joke, because I think he was serious, like, Jigsaw? He asked like a question.
Did you find me?
Yeah. Yo, man, you know him?
I'm just glad you didn't turn around and yell at Felix.
No, he saw how big he is. He's like, I don't like you, but you can stay.
Fuck you, man. What? Nothing, man. All right, let's see who wants to play a game with us. All right, you float too. All right, let's see here. What do we got?
Mr. Frames losing his shit.
I know. I don't know what's going on, Mr. Frames, over here. Huh?
You should play in the sewers.
Oh, there we go. Christopher Mechko wants to play a game. All right. Oh, fuck it. Let me see here.
I like how you got on like all this clown attire, but you still got on like Coleman shoes. Like just in case you need to run really quick.
I know. Man, I ain't walking around no big ass. My feet are big enough, man. I'm already wearing natural clown shoes. They don't need to be red to draw attention to themselves. Oh, let's see here.
Taylors, you are a clown.
Shut your ass up. That reminds me, I need to get some more.
No.
Oh, yes. If they're good enough for Sylvester Stallone, they're good enough for me. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and call, I believe his name is Christopher. What? All right. We doing Nickelodeon? Nick. Nickelodeon.
See, that if it was the 90s, he should have used that.
Right?
Yo, I got Doug and Rugrats down here. Let's go hang out.
Hey, Christopher.
God, really?
I got Christopher on the phone. Christopher.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? I think that's okay.
All right.
How you doing? Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Christopher, where you living, man?
Yeah. Where I live at?
Yes.
Witness
I live in
protection.
Tennessee.
What's that?
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be proud of an
Tennessee. You know where that sample's from, right?
Prince.
Prince, yeah.
Oh.
To Tennessee. Yeah. Everybody's like, the fuck are those Negroes doing?
Singing Prince and clown makeup.
Clown makeup. All right. Christopher. Well, hey, man, have we ever talked to you before?
No, we haven't.
We have not. So, welcome, man, on the show. Good to talk to you. And
Thanks so much.
No problem. And I see by your email over here that you want to play a game with us.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, then. Well, you know what? We can help you with that, I believe. And let me go here and see what we got. Now, let me see. Hold on. Let me find Mr. Riddler over here. Mr. Edward Nigma. There he is right there. And there it is. It Trivia. Now, let's see here. It says... I'm just going to take a wild guess and say that today's trivia is going to be based on It. And it is. So,
a bunch of IT questions.
King movies and clowns.
Movies featuring clowns. Yes.
Yeah.
I think you are correct, Martin. Stephen King movies and clowns.
Didn't we have a Stephen King one for Dark Tower?
Thought we did.
I thought we did.
Yeah, that's right.
So maybe you're full of shit, Martin. Oh, you know what? No, Martin. Surprise, surprise. Today's trivia topics are Stephen King adaptations, clowns in movies, horror and non-horror. Oh, and horror movies in general. There's the twist right there.
I'm no good at that.
No good at that. Well, Martin, maybe then you're giving my man Christopher a reason not to pick you. Christopher. Well, yeah, every week, and they pick you anyway. Christopher, pick whoever you would like to play the game for you. You have your choice of vanilla. You got your choice of caramel, and we got chocolate over here. All right, you chocolate, Martin. Yeah, you got
No, good one.
Good one.
Okay.
All right, then. Well, he has chosen his sacrifice, so try to help my man out right here.
I don't float.
You don't? Well, let's see about that. Don't give up yet. Don't give
float
up
too.
yet. Let's see here. I float like a piece of shit. Let's see here what we got. That's not. No, I don't mean that. I didn't know what else to say.
Just said like a butterfly.
I'm a very bitter clown.
Aren't all clowns bitter?
They are. They are.
We're not.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get to our first question. And one more time, tonight's trivia based on It is going to be about 1, Stephen King adaptations, 2, clown in movies, horror and non-horror, and 3, horror movies in general. Let's go ahead and get to our first question right here. And here we go. First question. Which movie about a killer car coming to life is the 6th adaptation of a Stephen King novel? First question is always the easy one. And I hope it is, because if it gets any easier from that point, we might as well just stop.
Yeah.
And all these guys wrote the answers down.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, it might be too easy.
I know.
You were on your own on this one.
Okay. No, shut up.
I'm talking. What are you doing? Somebody trying to give you the answer?
No, I heard somebody say, wow, and I want to get up and slap.
Oh, no, that's not what nobody said. The biggest one in the room who could actually do it?
Slap him.
Gertz. Yeah, Gertz, get him. All right. Let's go ahead and get your answers.
I knew it.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Let me get my answer. Let me get my answer right here, because this is some dumb shit right here. All right. We have Gertz over here. He has Christine. Martin said Christine, and Corey said Catherine.
I was going to put that at Kathleen.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered, would it?
Nah.
So, there you go. No, Catherine, that's the other car. That's her sister. But it is.
She's a priest.
That's the movie about the bicycle. But the answer is Christine, and you got that wrong. I'm so sorry. I thought you would have got that. We're off to a bad start. Hopefully it's just uphill from here. Okay, let's go ahead and get to question number 2. And you know what? Question number 2, it's always a little bit easier because question number 2 is where we have our multiple choice. Question number 2. Which one of the following actors did not wear clown makeup in a movie? A. Lon Chaney. B. Paul Giamatti. C. Sid Haig. D. John Leguizamo. That one's a little easy, I think. One more time. Which one of the following actors did not wear clown makeup in a movie? A. Lon Chaney. B. Paul Giamatti. C. Sid Haig. And D. John Leguizamo.
Catherine.
Yeah, but yeah. And you know what? Everybody got the answers down. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they are. So we have from Corey. He said A. Martin said B. Paul Giamatti. And my man over here, Mr. Gertz, said B. Paul Giamatti. You know something?
Good when you were on the show last night,
I have
right?
to say, Goodwin, I'm very insulted right now because that just goes to prove that this dude does not listen to a goddamn thing I said.
What?
Exactly. And I like the way the chat is like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Last night, we talked about obscure clown properties that might be scarier than Pennywise. One of them was a little movie, silent movie from 1924 called He Who Gets Slapped, and the title character was played by Mr.
Paul Giamatti.
No! Lon Chaney. So I'm afraid that I have to give you one of these, Mr. Goodwin.
All right.
The answer was right there for you. The answer is, well, maybe not the answer, but at least the wrong answer was for you, the one that you picked. The correct answer is what these guys had. Paul Giamatti has never portrayed a clown. Lon Chaney played in He Who Gets Slapped, which Corey did not hear me talk about. Sid Haig, Captain Spaulding, and House of a Thousand Corpses. We will also have taken
Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Did Paul Giamatti wear makeup in Big Fat Liar? He was a clown in
He
for a
was
moment.
not. He was not.
He was a Smurf.
Okay, so yeah.
And John Leguizamo.
Like, he ran out of steam on it. See, he was a Smurf. Oh, okay.
Save my prize money. Fuck it.
John Leguizamo portrayed the demonic clown, the Violator, and Spawn from 1997. All right. Let's go ahead and get into question number 3, which at this point I'm just going to say, why even bother?
Hey, he might pull it together.
He might. We have to get these last 3. We have to get these last 3, Martin. We must. We only have 3 left. All right. Question number 3. And this one's a little bit harder. I'm just going to come out and say it. Question number 3 is, guess the hidden horror movie based on the following 3 points.
I hate these.
1. The movie stars a Seinfeld cast member. 2. The director's other movies include Flashdance from 1983 and Fatal Attraction from 1987. And 3. The title of the movie refers to a biblical story. Well, I can't even get that one, so you know Goodwin he ain't gonna do shit with this. But Goodwin, I'll put it back up for you to see. Which movie had a movie star from a Seinfeld cast member, the director of Flashdance and Fatal Attraction, and was also in a movie that refers to a biblical story? This movie that we're actually talking about right here. All right, let's go ahead and see your answers. He says Black Christmas. I don't know. That could be the answer. Martin says, I did not write anything. Martin says, not a goddamn thing. Gertz is putting some bullshit answer there. I will not wait for that. I ain't even waiting for it. So everybody in this round gets, you know what? Let me see. The answer is, I should have known this one. Jacob's Ladder. Oh. Jason Alexander stars. Jason Alexander stars as George Costanza. He's in the movie. The director is Adrian Lynn, who also directed 9.5 Weeks from 1986. In 3, the title refers to the getaway between heaven and earth in the Bible. I'm sorry, the gateway. I'm trying to get away from this trivia right now because we have missed too many answers. Now, at this point, I don't know what to do. You lost the game, my man. You lost the game. At this point, I would let you come up here and play for yourself, but then you already have access to Google and you can go in there and cheat. So what I would do is...
No, I'm in my car.
You a goddamn liar. No, I'm in my car.
Yeah, parked on the side of the road with your phone out.
Exactly.
Listen to me honk. Beep, beep.
No way. Gertz, the chat is giving Goodwin the homie the clown slapper. All right. what should I do to? We got 2 more questions. What should I do to handle this? It sounds like it's over, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in one of your fellow Toasties who was not on the show with us. This is where Goodwin, you're out of the game. You messed it up for him. Why don't we bring my man, I'm going to say your name wrong, Julio, from out in, what's that? Louis? Louis, okay. I like Julio better, man. Come on up here, man. I'm going to have you, I'm just going to put it out there.
Luis.
I'm just going to have somebody play for you. Luis, come on over here. Louis. Come on over here and play for my man. He's going to take your spot.
You going to give him his spot?
Yeah, I'm going to give him, yeah. He's already messed it up. He's out of the game. He's out. So this is where we're going to bring in a ringer, one of your own. One of the cast members couldn't help you, so we're going to bring in Louis. All right. Louis, good luck. Louis from Chicago. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good.
Look at you.
Lucky Louis.
We'll see. He got lucky today because he was supposed to go back, but he got to sit on the show tonight. So we'll see if that luck continues for other people. All right. Let's go to question number 4. Now, with number 4, this is where you have to listen. Do you like movies?
I do.
Now, you like trailers?
Yes.
Now, this right here, you have to, at question number 4, it says, listen to the following trailer for a horror movie and tell us the name of that movie afterwards. Now, let's go ahead and get to the audio right here. It's audio from a trailer from a horror movie. I have it getting ready to play right now, so all you have to do is just listen. Y'all ready?
Ready.
All right, here
What
we go.
interests you?
The city. Because no one's ever captured it. Not the way it really is. That's my goal. That's my dream.
Then you're failing. The next time you find yourself at the heart of the city, stay put. Keep shooting.
It began with a photograph. A single act of unthinkable evil.
What happened?
I saw it.
Take your pictures to the cops.
I wasn't stalking her.
But you did continue to photograph.
Now,
These represent missing people for the last 3 years.
the only way to make it stop
I follow them into the subway. He butchers them like cattle. They never find the remains because he unloads the meat somewhere.
is to go for the ride.
I got a train to catch.
And that last part probably gave it away if you've recognized the rest of the audio. Let me go ahead and pull this up and see if my answer. Yes, I got it. All right. And it's funny because I just watched this trailer a few days ago looking for something else. Do you have it? No, you do not. Yeah. So you know what, my man? I'm sorry. I'm going to have to give you one of these. And the answer is the Midnight Meat Train. That's based on what's his name from Hellraiser?
Clive Barker.
Clive Barker book, I believe. Did Clive Barker direct this? He might have, but yeah, that's the one that stars. Is Bradley Cooper in that? But who's the villain right there? Vinnie Jones. There you go. There you go. What was your answer? You wrote some stupid shit. I know. Look at this photograph. I'll let that one slide. All right.
So you can get somebody else to play for the last question?
No, we tried. We tried our best to salvage this for you. Nobody knew anything. You know something? I will let you do this. If you can get this one. No, actually, you can. I was going to give you a chance, my man, but this is all visual, so you can't even see it.
He could have tried for that last one. He couldn't have Googled that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. All right. Well, too bad that this last one is visual. Otherwise, I would let you on to play, my man. But at this point, the game is lost. All we can do is just play for fun to see what could have been. All right. With our
Sorry,
last,
Chris.
Well, you had one chance, you know.
Yeah, don't tell him sorry now.
Corey's the
You
one that
had
should
the
be
chance to do something for him.
I'm a clown. But let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 pictures that we have here. Which movie are each of these clowns from? Let's go ahead and take a look. A, we have a toy clown right there. B, we have a clown that looks pretty normal except for a really creepy look like he's looking to his urinal or something. And then C, we have a bloodied clown. Mouth is all bloody, head is bloody, green hair, big ass blue tie. Which movie are each of these clowns from?
Jesus.
I got all, well, you know, no, I don't know B. I don't know B either.
Are they all horror movies?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
yeah, no one knows this. All right, I don't know B. I just saw this too because I was looking up clown horror movies the other day, and I still don't know what that is. But the answer, and let's give everybody, including myself, the noise.
Wait, Gertz might have it.
Gertz, you know good and goddamn well Gertz ain't got that. Gertz
he got the first two.
Gertz is writing some stupid shit right now. You know this. Can't look at and take it. He's probably drawing a picture or something. He's drawing a dick right now. Let's take a look at what we got. The answer here is, now what I know from this, Poltergeist is A, and C is Zombieland. Clown House. Oh, this is
that Matthew Lillard?
Clown House. What? No,
and
I don't.
B.
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
And that Clown House is what was that from? 1989. I didn't even know that movie, man. So, yeah, that's obscure. So anyway, it was apparently clowns are very hard. Go ahead, do your dumb shit right there. What you got?
Oh, none.
Martin got nothing.
I knew A was Poltergeist, and B is McDonald's,
Mm.
and C is It Too.
You piss me the fuck off sometimes.
well, Chris, take solace in the fact that none of us could have won this game for you tonight.
Yeah, it was a hard one, man. Well, actually, I believe that the first three could have been won by probably me. But, and my man over there says he could have got it.
He says that every week.
I know.
Everybody says that from the couch.
He always, Devin's always on the couch, and Devin, all the man, I got that. He never says the answer though. Yeah, I know what that is, man. I got that. What is it? No, I got it though, man. You don't worry about me. You got it? I got it. Don't ask me. Worry about yourself, bro. But Christopher, thank you for playing, man.
Well, I guess it was fun. Has that ever happened before where you went 0 for 5?
Man, it hasn't happened in a long time. You're special. Yeah. So you're a winner that way. We've lost so many times that makes you a winner because that's hardly ever done here. But yeah, man. Sorry about that. Hey, Christopher, what do you do?
Well, I just got out of work from Chick-fil-A, and I'm going to school for welding. So, yeah.
Going to school for welding. Okay.
We need more welding.
Yeah. Be funny if he just gets mixed up and welds a Chick-fil-A sandwich. The blowtorch trying to make chicken and shit. What are you doing, man? Bringing my skills to this job, man.
Them grill skills.
Them grill skills. We fry shit around here. Get the fuck out. Anyway, Christopher, thank you, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks for losing.
And there he goes. There he goes on his way. All right, then. What the fuck are they watching here on? What is that? Look at the chat. Your brother putting up these memes. All right, let's hey, thank you, Lewis, for playing, man. Thank you so much. So you go back to, I'm glad you guys made it. I had lunch with these guys today because they put me on a major guilt trip. Who the hell? Oh, okay, I don't think these guys are coming in here. I like the way, there were some people who were not with the show. They came and looked into the room and they just like paused for a little bit. And one of them just turned right back around. His friend was like, no, we doing this together. I've seen it. Nobody splits up. There's a black Pennywise in there. Yeah, but I ate lunch with you and your lovely girlfriend today because they put me on a major guilt trip. They said, man, we came from Chicago, came down to Fort Worth, and she is really cool to her boyfriend. She said, it's his birthday. I said, as a surprise, we're going to Austin. And she was like, why are we going to Austin? Well, Corey Coleman's there. Yeah, so what though? Corey Coleman don't know nothing about me. But Corey Cumming is coming. Corey Cumming. That was a surprise. I just ruined it. You were so sexually to me tonight. But she's like, Corey Coleman, he's coming out to eat lunch with us, or coming to hang out with us tonight. And then we're going to go see a show. And I never called him back. So I went to lunch with them today, and I said, yeah, if y'all can stay, man, it would make me feel better. If you stay.
Please stay to assuage my guilt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't care about what you do, but I don't want to feel bad. So yeah, they found a way to stay. She sacrificed her mother's birthday to come over here. So I appreciate that. Guys, going back tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, we owe her big time.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, you and her mother have the same birthday?
No, mine's the day before.
Okay. Well, yours is more important. So,
so mine was yesterday, hers is today.
Yeah, you're her big. Well, tell her I said hi. Tell nobody give a fuck about her birthday. She's at home with a cake with a candle in it, just waiting on
myself.
In the darkness.
Half a bottle of Chardonnay already gone.
With a butcher knife, I will kill them when they get back.
Happy birthday to me.
All right. Gert, you heard her. All right. Let's go ahead and get into a couple of quick reviews because these movies are small. Not a whole lot to talk about with these. And let's start with the movie that Martin and I saw, not at the same time, though. Martin was the sucker that went to the screen, and I laid back, and they said, "Oh, we just happen to have a link that you can watch."
They've done it the last couple movies that came out. Right after you go see them, they go, "Oh, here's a link to watch it from your home."
Yeah, I knew what they were going to do. Just watch this in the comfort of your own home. I waited, played the long game with them.
You bitches.
Actually, I was on my way, but I went to the wrong theater. So, but that was a blessing in disguise, Martin. The movie is A Trip to Spain, and in this one we have Steve Coogan, which a lot of Americans know. He's plays that Roman, the British Roman guy from Night at the Museum, a little tiny Roman guy.
Sure.
And the other guy,
Rob Brydon.
Rob Brydon, who people are like, who the fuck is that? Well, the Brits know him as the guy that is the entertainer who's great as impressions. The fuck you still doing here, man? Get on out here. No, come on back over here. Come on back over here. No, come on.
Just short his check.
Okay. Come on back over here. All right.
Get your ass up. Yeah. You want to take my seat?
No. Sit your ass down. There he is. No, man, it was great having you. Great having you. All right.
But know your place.
Yeah. And the trip to Spain is actually, I don't know why I made a movie out of it because
it's the third movie.
It's the third movie, and it's kind of the condensed version of a TV show. For those who don't want to spend all that time watching these guys tripping through Spain.
So they have a TV series where they do this?
From what I understand, yeah. Okay. All these have been based on this is the third one. We'll talk about that in a little while, but they're all based on a TV series.
That makes sense because they seem to always have so much history that they slightly refer to but it doesn't rely on it, but I always get the feeling like I'm missing something.
Yeah. With these guys, a lot of people just love them being together. And what they do is Steve Coogan's usually the one who has these restaurant reviews to do. And they're in different countries. I mean, first they were in Britain, then the second one they were in Italy, and now in the third one they are in Spain. And they're kind of they're competitors. Like they have to one up each other constantly. So while they're out there enjoying all this fine food, and Rob Brydon is the family man, Steve Coogan's still getting older, not so much the player like he was in the first film. So they're very different personalities. But the thing that they're doing, Rob Brydon loves attention. Steve Coogan's just trying to fuck something. So he's trying to impress everybody. And they are just clashing personalities the whole time. And a lot of people love that. Martin describes them, when we were talking about this, they describe them as frenemies.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for The Trip to Spain. And my frenemy over here and myself, we will give you our quick review.
Rob, Steve Coogan. Just got back from filming in New York.
They want me to do publicity.
A series of restaurant reviews. This time, a trip to Spain. Yes, I will come.
You sleep well?
Yeah, like a baby, yeah. I was gentle rocking motion.
you ever do Shakespeare?
I would have liked to have played Hamlet.
Come with me on a journey of life.
Watch your head.
Olivier played him when he was 42.
Olivier was a better actor than you.
Well, a different actor.
A better actor?
We should enjoy this moment in our lives. We're at the sweet spot. I am in my prime.
I have 2 cabins.
Which is the best?
Mr. Coogan should have that.
Oh, Rob.
Victor makes the chorizo like his grandmother.
If his grandmother tasted like this, I'd have a nibble.
The thing about doing more. Yes? Less is more.
You've met my brother Les.
Everybody in the room like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, really? You want to take a road trip with these guys?
I went there with Philomena. I introduced Philomena to the Pope.
And we welcome Philomena back into the conversation. It's been a good 5 to 6 minutes. Do a picture of me with the dinosaur.
Which one's the dinosaur?
We're in Spain by Sancho Panza and Don Quixote. Take a picture. What's she doing there? Is she on the internet? Just take a picture.
Put the eyes up here and the mouth round the corner. I was sincere on the Cape of Good Hope.
Like a turtle, look at me.
Girl, the temperature.
And a piece of lettuce. Come on!
You seem to be talking in a rather exaggerated way.
I'm just remembering time. Do you remember, Dave? You had a really long
dropped some
time.
speed.
Come, Mr. Bond. You enjoy the scallop just as much as I do.
Bottoms up.
Goodbye, Mr. Bond.
You should pay more attention to your chef. He's working for Her Majesty's government.
Move! Oh, you do make me laugh.
Have you heard from Steve?
He'll be somewhere talking to a nun and asking if she's heard of Judi Dench.
Right there, you've seen the greatest hits from this movie.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, do you? Because I like the first one, The Trip, mainly because I think it's out of this director, man. This director is Michael Winterbottom, and I know people have sort of a love-hate relationship with his work because he's what I love about him is that he's one of the most experimental filmmakers out there, and somehow he manages to get it into the mainstream. He made a porn and somehow sold that as a mainstream movie, and I did like it, and it was funny because. You know me, I love sex, but I like the music more than the actual porn in it. It's called a movie called 9 Songs. And he also did another movie called 24-Hour Party People where Steve Coogan was also in that. Martin, what were you going to say?
Well, just 9 Songs is intriguing because it is a movie about a couple. They go to a concert. You see the concert play. Then they go home and have sex. Then they go to another concert. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Do
9
this
times.
8 more times.
Yeah. And that's the whole movie.
Yeah.
But the music's good.
The music is cool and there's no...
the sex is good too.
I would say the sex is interesting because it is like they're doing everything they have in a porn, like the money shot. You see the penetration and all this kind of stuff, man.
Are you serious? But it's not cheesy like a porn. Like they're really into it.
And I don't want that. I want the cheesiness.
You want the terrible acting,
man. Yeah, you should have seen me. I've tried to masturbate to this movie several times, and I just can't do it.
It's like you look at a keyhole at a real couple having sex.
It's yeah, man. That's why you want porn because you realize like you don't want to see like roommates or your friends having sex. That's kind of what it's like. You're in the room, you can't leave. Like the door is locked. You just sit there and just watch them, and you're like, well, I just wait for y'all to be done.
I got a final in the morning.
I'm just waiting to go to this next concert.
This isn't cheesy enough. Cheese it up.
But I do admire it. A lot of people don't like the movie. I actually like the movie. I like that he's able to experiment with this and do these kind of things, and that's what I liked about the first one. The first one, called simply The Trip. It was the chemistry between these two guys, which I did enjoy very much. The whole bickering that they do, because I'd never seen them before, and I didn't know much about Rob Brydon, so I really he cracked me up, man. That guy's actually very funny, and he's super talented. His impressions are spot on, and he does so many, and that was novel for the first time. And it was really about nothing. They just were traveling the countryside, eating, and just taking jabs at each other and doing impressions. And their rhythm was so good, too. And that's the same thing they have here. Their rhythm is really good. They actually do these improvisations that almost seem scripted. Mm-hmm. And that's a great thing about the movie is capturing the comic timing and almost genius that these guys have when they're with each other. I mean, if they are not doing this on the spot, if they are not improvising, then they're doing a good job.
It comes off that way.
They're doing a great job of making it look like that. You said that you disagree with me, though, that this seems like the best hits because you're getting a sample of everything.
Wait, were you talking about the movie or the trailer?
I'm talking. Okay, I was talking about.
I was saying the trailer didn't show the best parts.
Oh yeah, okay. Because the reason why I say that, maybe they didn't show some of the best parts, but they do give you a damn good idea of what's going on. Because the thing that got to me with this movie is that, first of all, I've gone on this trip with them already, so I kind of know what they're like. It was kind of funny the first time. Now, let me the fuck out this car because I'm tired of hearing the same kind of routines. I know a lot of people enjoy this movie. It's been getting great reviews. But for me, what's happening here is that these are guys who, the snippets that I saw are great because they don't know when to stop. Because they are just constantly trying to out-funny each other or out-impression each other. And to me, they just kind of go on and on. There are long scenes of them where they're not in rhythm with each other. They're just talking over each other. And some people, like I said, if you enjoy them, you haven't seen this before, if you like the trip that much and you don't mind doing it again, that's fine. I'm going to hand this over to Martin, but Martin, I want to show you a scene that I'm talking about right here where it just kind of goes on and on where they're talking about Mick Jagger. They tell a story, and then one guy, Steve Coogan, is just trying to keep interrupt him by showing that, oh, well, I can do it better, but hey, look at me. I can do Mick Jagger too.
I have a young family. For a man of my age, my kids are young.
Yeah. How old's your wife?
43.
You just got those kids in, squeeze them in quick then?
Yeah. I'm not going the full Mick Jagger and having him he's having another one at 72.
That's definite.
Have I met him?
I have.
I was at a party.
Yeah.
I was leaving.
Yeah.
And I heard from the balcony.
Yeah.
Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Well, he didn't do the full, but, and I looked up and he went, "Don't throw those bloody spears at me." I said, "What?" He was, "Don't throw those bloody spears at me."
Yeah. No.
He was doing Michael Caine.
I know. What you find is that he speaks like, sometimes it's sort of like that, but it's actually quite posh. And sometimes he's quite sort of, you can see that it's quite actually like that.
See, this is where you sit at the table watching both of them and like, okay, I'm still here, y'all.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, what?
Yeah. This is when you just kind of just get up from the table and they're still going.
Yeah.
You just leave. You get an Uber or something.
Does this happen a lot in the movie?
Yes, for me, it does. There's scene after scene of them doing that. Now, when they are in rhythm and they're improvising well, it's great. But there are a lot of scenes like that one, I believe. So, but you sound like you disagree.
Yeah, but I see where you're coming from. It's just that it sounds to me like how you feel about this one is how I felt about the first one.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember you saw it first and you really liked it, and then I was excited to see it. And when I did, I was like, well, I kind of know who Steve Coogan is, though I never really liked him. And this Rob Brydon guy I don't know, and there's a lot of them traveling, and kind of there was highlights when they were trying to out Michael Caine each other.
Yeah.
But the rest of it was just them arguing and eating food, and I was like, by the time it was done, I was like,
how's this different?
Well, here's the thing. Did you ever see the second one?
A Trip to Italy.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Yeah. So I went to a screening for the second one, and while I was sitting in it, I was like, why'd I come to this? I guess I was thinking like, well, maybe this time it'll work for me. So the second one, it was really like, God damn, this is more of the same. and I'm kind of liking these dudes even less, although the more it goes on, the more you get to see how petty Steve Coogan is. Yeah. He is constantly name dropping, he's petty, and then they come across women, a lot talking about his girlfriend, but then they come across women, and he's always trying to fuck them. But Rob Brydon, who's married, he don't care.
He's always cock blocking him.
Yeah, he's cock blocking him, but not by trying to cock block him. He'll just be doing his impression, and he won't stop. And Steve Coogan is doing it with him at first. And he's kind of like, hey man, like trying to get him like you're killing the vibe, and he's oblivious. He just keeps going.
I ain't trying to fuck these chicks. So he makes these chicks annoyed with him.
Yeah.
And then they just get annoyed with Steve Coogan because he's at the table.
So I kind of enjoyed that aspect of it. And with this one, I went to the screening, and then you weren't there. Nobody else was there. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? How do I keep getting tricked into these things? And I found that I liked this one much better. They were in sync a lot more with this one than they were with the other ones. They were doing a lot more different impressions. Because it seemed like with the other ones, they just kept relying on Michael Caine. And now here they're doing a bunch of them. And the more they did them, the more I was like, man, these guys are really good at it. I mean, Rob Brydon, you figure okay, but Steve Coogan, he actually is really good at a lot of impressions. Which I didn't know he was that talented. But in that scene you're talking about there, I was annoyed by the Mick Jagger stuff, but I was entertained by the fact that Steve Coogan dropping names again, like, oh yeah, I've met him, and this is how he does it. And it's like, God damn, man, you have to outdo people or be the top dog every time.
And that really does sell it when he's being just so petty about everything.
Yeah.
There's this kid that they meet, and he just starts saying all these parts of town that he knows, and Steve Coogan just gets pissed because the kid just knows more about it.
Yeah, because he lives there.
Longer. Yeah, he lives there. And everybody's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And Rob Brydon telling him, like, he just doesn't like people to know more than he does about anything.
Yeah.
In that aspect,
you know, having gone through 3 movies with them, where they started out, where I originally felt like, man, these guys really don't like each other. But by this one, you see, like, it's this friendship that's developed over time, where there's still a little friction, but they've known each other so long that they are more friends now. I guess I enjoyed that aspect of it. Honestly, I was surprised more than anybody that I enjoyed this trip more than the first 2, because I figured I'd be done with it by now.
And listen, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, some of it annoyed me, man. I mean, these guys, when they do this, they annoy me. It's like people fighting for attention. I feel like the people who are talking about how delightful and great and wonderful this is, I think it's because it's kind of dry British humor, and they feel like when they hear that dry British accent, they kind of are obligated to like this in a way.
I had fallen off of liking dry British humor, but every so often, like, it's a nice little itch. It's nice to have it scratched.
Well, the other thing with this is that I did enjoy parts of it, and maybe I would recommend this more as a movie to go see if there was great cinematography with it. I mean, they're traveling through Spain. It's not like they're taking this 70mm camera or this big camera and getting like these big vistas and landscapes. It's filmed like a travel TV show in a way.
Yeah,
well, I mean, it looked like it's fun to watch, but they're going to restaurants, they're eating. It's a travel log, and that is that's fine. What I mean by that is there's no. It was a TV show before, and I think it's meant to be watched as a TV show. I think it's kind of better as a TV show. Maybe you get these longer scenes, but they're not having that kind of. They're going on and on. There's things to break it up. I would say watch it on. I'm saying this as a good rental. Watch it on television, because I think, like I said, it's being a series, it was meant to be watched that way. And I think you see other sides of these guys that you're not getting right here. You're just getting these little shortcuts of them just doing their shtick. And that gets annoying to me after a little while. Not where I hated them. I still like these guys a lot.
I mean, what you're saying is fair. I haven't seen the TV show, so I'd like to see that to compare it. I wish I'd known about that. But I thought about that movie. Was it Paris Can Wait? That was a travel log mostly. Mm-hmm. But this is, it has the best parts of that, except the other half of it isn't some sappy romance.
Steve Coogan trying to fuck this guy?
It's these 2 guys just kind of sort of going at each other, or just being friends. I enjoyed the friendship. Like I said, I get where you're coming from. I won't argue against any of that. I'm just saying I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, a lot of people are enjoying this movie. I am in the minority, and I'm not pretentious like the rest of y'all. I'm kidding. Hey, Mario, you want to take a road trip?
Sure thing, Steve Coogan.
It's just him going to Burger King and McDonald's.
But I would give it a low matinee. If I went to one of the art house theaters and saw it, I'd come out happy.
Okay,
I am enjoying that director's name.
Winterbottom.
Yeah. It's very British. Yeah. He had to direct a porn.
It sounds like one of the teachers at Hogwarts.
Yeah. All right. Potions. Let's go ahead and let's see here. We're going to do our last movie here. Martin, I'm going to have to download this for you because. Let's see.
How much time for the download?
Oh, and we got to go pee?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. You're not in a clown outfit like I am. It's much easier for you. Did he just say pew?
He wasn't going to make that noise by moving.
How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing okay.
What's that movie? Oh, damn it. What's the movie that he had? I didn't think he was going to review it. What's the movie called?
Oh, it's the Reese
Home Again?
movie. Yes, Home Again.
Home Again. Isn't that a video game, too?
Is it?
Gone Home.
Gone Home. There you go. I'm going to download this trailer right here. Then we're going to read a couple of emails, and then we'll be back. We'll be ready to leave. Let me see here. Damn. A couple emails. That's it. But I'm downloading the trailer right now. Reese Witherspoon is in this movie. I did not see it.
Make you wish you were home.
Yeah, because I heard this movie's shitty. So I heard this movie's been getting some bad reviews.
Not Reese Witherspoon.
Not Reese.
Classics like Hot Pursuit. And Hot Pursuit.
Yeah. Martin likes that movie.
No. Oh, he did?
I think so.
I thought I remember him hating it.
No, I said he likes it. So
oh, okay.
It's true.
All right, it's lost.
We're just going to pretend like
back.
What's that?
Don't ask him. He'll never admit
What did you think of Hot Pursuit?
It was hot.
It was a hot mess.
I pursued it.
Let's go ahead and download this. Martin, I'm downloading the trailer just for you, baby.
Sure.
And you know what? Let me see here. While it's downloading, we will. No, there it is. It's done. It's ready. It's ready, Martin. Let's see here. Home Again trailer. I was telling people, Martin, I'm eager to hear your review because people were saying if anybody is going to go up against that clown and win, it's Reese Witherspoon. Pennywise. I know.
He said people. I wasn't one of those people.
Okay.
The penny versus the spoon, Martin. Who will win? And I was looking at some of the reviews for this, and people are ravaging this movie, man.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. But I said, I'm not going to listen to anybody but my best buddy, Martin Thomas. Have him tell me about it. I don't trust no one. So, Martin, that's why I didn't go see it. Busy transforming into a clown. Dedicating
This
myself
is what
to
they
the
said
review.
about it.
I don't know. I didn't read anything. I really didn't. I was prepping for today. Did not have a chance to indulge. But you saw it. So, Martin, you want to tell us very briefly, because the trailer will tell us a lot too, but just briefly what the plot of this is.
Sure. Reese Witherspoon. She is the daughter of a famous director and actress played by Candice Bergen. Anyway, separated from her husband, Michael Sheen, moves back to California, to Hollywood, and lives in her dad's old, big ranch-style house. And just kind of put her life back together. And then you got these young filmmakers from New York who had a short play at South by Southwest. And it was so hot that Hollywood wants to produce this short. And they're there to get their movie made. But they thought it was only going to take 2 weeks, and they're out of money, and they need a place to stay. They meet her on a date on the town, sleep over, and she says, you know what? Why don't you guys just stay here?
And have sex all night. No.
Only with one of them.
Okay. All right, then that's where they say hilarity ensues, Martin.
Well,
no spoilers, Martin.
I think hilarity is still waiting to ensue.
He wasn't invited to that.
He's still outside. Hey, I'm not here. All right, well, Martin, don't say nothing yet. Now, you know what? Don't listen to Martin. He might be messing with y'all. He might just be throwing a little curve at you. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer, and Martin will be back with his review.
How are we feeling? First day, new school, are you nervous?
I'm feeling exhausted, hopeless, and I don't enjoy the things that I once loved.
Where are you getting this from?
The Zoloft commercial, obviously.
There's this really sweet guy in my yoga class.
I've only been separated for 5 months. Girls, it's my birthday. Let's
Hi.
So I'd like to offer to buy you drinks.
Really?
Yes.
The manager is making me ask for your ID.
Okay. By the way, I'm definitely old enough to drink alcohol.
Me too. Obviously.
I just always act out on my birthday. It's like my own personal New Year's Eve. I just go like, what? And I just reel it back to normal.
Did you watch these?
I did, but only because I was doing a load, and I've been up since 5:30.
Hurry up, you guys.
What are you guys doing home? I thought Nana was taking you to school.
You're acting weird. Oh my god.
Thank you very much for everything, Mrs. And you are? I like them. Namaste, I'm Teddy. But they're dead broke. So I thought they could stay here.
Stay here?
Try looking at this as something that could be sort of exciting.
Okay, guys, let's just do our best not to cramp each other's style.
Perfect. I'm just gonna grab that and flush down the toilet. I don't know your ex, but he must be some kind of maniac to have let you slip through his hands.
I'm 40, right?
I knew that.
Got that song, Mark. I'm fucking a younger guy.
Ballpark.
Oh my God, tell me you see him too. What are you doing here?
Oh, God, I just can't think straight. Is that one of them?
Did you tell Dad about your play?
Will he stay for it, Daddy?
When is it again?
Next Friday.
I miss our family. Let's fix this.
You make a decision about your life when you're 25 years old. You think, is that like a good life decision for the rest of your life?
You seem to be handling everything really well.
Okay, let's eat. It's gonna be good. Bye. Good night. Okay.
Damn.
Boy, that was hilarious.
Make me want to go home again.
I'll say just before you start this, one of these actors was in the Death Note movie. I already hate this shit.
You know what's funny? That's Nat Wolff.
Yeah.
And of their trio, one is the writer, one is a director, one is the actor, and it's Nat Wolff. He's an awful actor. He's been terrible in everything I've seen.
And that's the guy in the middle
and
right
this
there.
is no exception.
Wow, Martin, this sounds, just by the trailer, this sounds like every annoying, independent romantic comedy because they got the same elements. They got that, mainly that guy with the guitar.
Oh, come on, that's classic rock.
In regard to the guitar, you want to take his bash over his head? Because he's playing that music that the dude who sat in the quad at college trying to pick up chicks with. But Martin, I did not see this. You did. Are the reviews correct? Is it as bad as they say?
You think it's a bunch of cliches?
Yes.
Oh man, come on. I mean, how many movies end with the kids' talent show?
Are you?
At school.
Fucking kidding me.
Sequel to Patty Cakes.
Man, the talent show. Everybody had a talent show. That shit went out of comedies. It was in an action movie this year.
Yeah.
I think it was in a porn. People stopped fucking so they go see their kids in a talent show.
I'm pretty mad as hell. What the hell happened there?
Waiting for that horror movie with a talent show.
That's every one of them. Yeah. But Martin, this is not a good start, sir.
I mean, that's the end. Oops, spoiler. Sorry, I didn't want to kill it for you guys.
No, you saved us.
See it. So here's the thing about the movie. So it's produced by Nancy Meyers, as they showed, who did It's Complicated and a bunch of other, I guess, more mature kind of romantic comedies that are really chick flicks. But it's written and directed by her daughter. And so it has a little bit of the Nancy Meyers flavor in that you are dealing with adults, and when they deal with a marriage breaking up and how to handle kids and people being together, it's a bit more mature about that, where that's not so dramatic or people work things out in a way where there's a compromise. And that's what maybe kept me from hating it, or that, Reese Witherspoon, she's not bad. The problem comes with the three filmmakers, and really two of them. One guy actually has plenty of personality.
What about the main guy right there?
No, he sucks.
Damn.
Pico Alexander, man.
Pico? You mean like
you dip your chips in?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to dip your chips in him?
Yeah, that's the thing. He's supposed to be, when she meets him at the bar, he's supposed to be all smooth and handsome and all. But he's actually really super cheesy. Mm-hmm. It's only because everybody gets so stinking drunk, you could see like, all right, I see how she could take him home.
Yeah.
But any charm he had is gone after that because he's so super clingy and needy, and he's supposed to be 27, which already when you see the two of them together, you're like, this just doesn't work. And I know you could say, like, what if the genders were swapped? It still wouldn't work, but he really makes it not work because he has the maturity of a 13-year-old. When he's with her, he's like a 13-year-old who just got a girlfriend that he can't let go of. And when he's with his friends, he's like, guys, we got to stick together. What do you mean you're taking a job writing another script? Come on, man. You're breaking up the team. I'm quitting. I'm leaving. It's a lot of unrealistic stuff, or things that so much of the dynamics in these relationships, you go like, this could only work. Maybe people in California live like this, or do these kind of things. Nobody else does. Nobody else says like, "Oh, you guys trying to make a film? Well, my dad used to make films. Why don't you come live here with me?" Like, no.
Believe me, I tried.
And it's really disturbing, like seeing how she's trying to raise 2 young daughters, and suddenly she's inviting these guys into her house to live, and they insert themselves way too into her life. And Michael Sheen, they make it look like he's around the whole time being a foil. It's not true. He didn't come on until later.
How is he? Because I love Michael Sheen, man.
Yeah, Michael Sheen. I mean, he's good, but they do their best to try to make him the bad guy in all this. Just a 2-dimensional character.
I hate when scripts are that bad that they just gotta force the bad guy in there when it's really just common sense.
Yeah,
it's just life. Like the guy's not bad at all. In fact, sometimes he's speaking the best knowledge in the movie.
Yeah, he flies in from New York to say like, "Hey, I'm not comfortable with my daughter's living here with these three strange dudes who I don't know."
Which makes sense.
Yeah. But they try to make it look like, oh man, so he goes.
Yeah. Make it be something unthinkable.
Because even in the theater, like when he shows up, like the women in the audience went, oh.
Martin, don't you not see?
I ain't saying nothing, man. I'm gonna be a sexist if I say some shit. God damn, women are suckers for that shit.
But the movie is trying to do so many different things. It has so many different tones. I think even by the end, when it ended, even the audience that was with it at one point just kind of left going like, oh, okay, I don't know how we're supposed to feel about so much of this.
Oh, Mark, what would you give it then?
You know what? I would give it the lowest of rentals. I mean, I could see some merit to it for anybody who kind of likes these things. And like I said, the way it handled some of the stuff, I was like, all right, that's a bit more mature than most of the chick flicks that I will give some old bullshit to. But it's just barely scraping by.
Oh, there's a lot of women out there like, oh, here he go. He's got a dick. He would never understand.
If it was a man with a younger woman, you wouldn't say nothing.
Exactly. The man would be invited to his parents' house to stay. You gotta find a fucking place to stay.
I do kind of believe that, because if it was a dude with 3 women in the house, people be like, yeah, shit, man. Let me borrow one, man. So, yeah, it kind of looks like that. Look kind of bland. All right. We're going to do something
else. It is really bland.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Fuck.
It is
Jesus Christ.
I guess it kept being those moments where I thought, you know what, it could turn a corner. It could take off.
It's still good.
And right when I thought that was going to happen, it would throw in just the biggest of cliches.
And then that wolf showed up.
No corners for you, Martin. All right, let's go ahead and get into some email. We got, got a lot. Everybody want to play a game tonight.
Oh,
yeah, it's too late now.
Tonight was the wrong night.
Yeah. You guys got lucky.
Oh. Let me see here. Oh, damn. Everybody knew that people just wanted to, they saw this makeup and everybody wanted to play a game. This is Black Joker Kane.
Sure.
Why not? Let's see here. Hey, everyone. I can't show the email because there's numbers in there. But they said, I just wanted to get your opinion on Amazon's Prime new The Tick live remake. If you want to call me, my number is... I haven't seen it. Have you seen it? I heard it's pretty good.
I've seen it.
How is it?
I'm not a fan. I really wanted to see it because I saw the pilot, and halfway through I fell in love with it and couldn't wait for it to start. And I started watching the series and kind of dozing off on it. There's a point where they make it seem like the Tick it might be a make-believe character, which is interesting.
That's what I heard, that the guy who plays the Moth or whatever, that it might be in his head.
Yeah, which I was like, okay, this is a cool idea. But then the next episode, they go like, nah, Tick's real. Although Peter Serafinowicz, who's a British dude who's never had a role like this, he does a real good job as the Tick.
Well, yeah, let's see here.
Isn't this the second live action?
Yeah, it is. First had Patrick Warburton. Pulled it up right here. A lot of people have been talking about it. I think because who's the guy that plays him? British guy that plays him, actually.
Peter Serafinowicz.
Yeah. If you don't remember him, he was Shaun from Shaun of the Dead. He was his roommate.
Yeah.
The one that turned to the zombie, the asshole roommate. We'll take a little bit of a look at this. This is based on a comic so popular that it was a cartoon at one point, a Saturday morning cartoon.
Popular cartoon.
And they are still trying to make this a thing. Everybody loves that Tick, apparently, in Hollywood.
Hello, epic tale, rife with destiny, adventure, blood loss, and good against evil.
Well, look at you.
Impossible.
You're a superhero.
Good eye. I am the Tick.
Bulletproof. What do you bench?
No idea.
Can you fly?
Tick!
Good grief.
Destiny's on the line, Arthur. Accept the charges.
Is this going to be a long call? Could I sit?
Sure.
Now, given the detail that you just gave about that whole thing, you probably shouldn't have said anything because I would like to watch this.
No, it's early on that they dropped that.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
no, if it was something they saved for the end, I wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, well, I have heard some good things about it, but not from a lot of sources.
Well, I can tell you this.
I don't know.
Like I know people who like it a lot. They say like, yeah, man, it reminds me of watching the Venture Brothers. And I would say like, yeah, the best parts of this are the kind of jokes that would be in the Venture Brothers, because the guys who did the Tick cartoon work on the Venture Brothers.
Oh, okay.
But when you watch the Venture Brothers, you get so much of the good stuff, and here you have to kind of wait for them to do it ever so often.
You know what, I'm going to call this guy and see what he thinks about it. We're not going to keep him on long, but, it's been a little while since we've just taken calls from people besides for games. Oh, let me see here. I forgot this guy's name already.
I never understood why they kept trying to make the Tick a thing, kind of like Spider-Man, like always make a live-action thing of him, because I never thought he was that big. I mean, growing up in the 90s, I didn't think he was that big with kids, but I knew a lot of adults like him.
Sure.
Yeah, I know the cartoon was really popular with, older teenagers and adults.
Oh, okay.
I remember my brother liked it a lot.
Now, if we can get a Freakazoid TV show.
I got into it, man.
What's that?
I like the Tick a lot more than Freakazoid. I felt like Freakazoid was like a poor man's Tick.
Hello.
Fuck you. Hey, Black Joker Kane.
Yes, it's me.
Yes, you sound like a supervillain. But we were just talking about the Tick show that you asked us about, and Martin said that he's not such a big fan, but I wanted to get your opinion on it because I heard some people really enjoy this too. So where do you stand?
I haven't really watched it yet. I was a big fan of the Tick growing up, so it looked kind of stupid to me, so I didn't want to even waste my time.
Did you say it looked spooky to you? So what he said?
He said stupid.
Oh, stupid. Okay. I think that's kind of the point with this stuff. That's why people liked it, because it was so absurd and stupid.
Mm-hmm. I just wouldn't want to ruin one of my favorite shows growing up.
Okay. Well, Martin says don't waste your time.
I'm not saying that. I mean, like, you know what? I may be in the minority. You asked how I felt about it.
Okay. All right, then. Well, there you go. Thought that man could probably give me a little more insight, but he is depending on our opinion. Let me see here.
I watched Happen Leonard, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Our show's awesome, man.
Yeah, I got an episode and a half in. It's pretty good so far.
Well,
I appreciate it.
What's his name? Chalky. He's so good as
Kenneth Michael Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Thank you, Heavenly, the Rhythm Addict. He says, hello, Mr. Coleman. My name is Maki Kapurura, and for the past 5 years, I've been writing an adult animated series on fan fiction called Thank You. Heavenly, one of my friends gave me your email so I could talk to you if you're interested. I'm just looking for constructive criticism and feedback from someone with experience. Well, send it my way, man. Or send me some sample pages at least. I don't know if I have time to read a whole bunch of stuff, but I do like seeing people's work.
You don't have time.
I don't know. I don't want time.
People send me stuff, and I don't have time. And I don't know how to tell them that in a polite way.
That's the problem, man. If I sound like it sounds so like you're holding yourself in such high regard. I would love to, but I just don't have time. Please don't bother. No, if I can, look. If you want to send it to me, please do. I'll try my best. I will.
If he's a millennial, you're gonna say, "Yo, I'm busy trying not to be broke." They understand it.
Oh,
okay. We understand it.
Yeah.
Gino Volpe.
People will send me stuff. It's like, "Hey, man, you need to run this on the show," and I was like, you sent it to the wrong person. That's Corey's call.
Yeah, I get those too. People want me to run trailers and GoFundMe's and stuff. And some of those times, once
we open that door.
It's not that I don't want to. I know. Plus, I don't want. A lot of times, people send me things that I have opinions on, and I don't want to look like an asshole talking about on the air. I'm just not going to run something and just try to be quiet. That's hard to do I mean, because even the other day when we had the rappers on from Chicago, like they need some work. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They need. I ain't gonna be mean about it. I know they want to perform openly and everything, but they need some work. But I don't want to be an asshole and just sit there and tell them that right in front of the show and everything. So, but if you're not here in front of my face and you show me a trailer, I'm probably gonna say a lot of shit that's gonna make you mad. So, I don't want to take that chance.
Are we gonna go? Yo,
go. What's up?
I've been seeing a lot of shit for Inhumans. They are ripping that shit apart.
I want to see it.
We
so
might have
bad.
to see it, dude.
You gotta watch Marlin first.
If I see Marlin, can we go see Inhumans at IMAX then?
Yeah,
but dressed like that though.
Dressed like an Inhuman.
Because you gonna feel like this.
I know you know more about the Inhumans than anybody here. They cut Medusa's hair off. Like, that's her main thing. And her hair's gone because they didn't have the budget for it in the show. So, yeah, her power. First of all, her power is she can make her hair do whatever it needs to do. And it's harder than steel, but somehow they found a pair of magical scissors to cut it off, or magical clippers, because she got a buzz cut like a Sinead O'Connor cut, and she can also make it grow at will. So there's just no reason why it's like not there. And so it's weird looking. They put a clip up on Facebook and YouTube, and people are like, "What the hell is this?"
Well, I saw a clip of her using her hair.
I think what the clip that they put up on their YouTube page was from the first episode of them landing on Earth, and she's got a buzz cut.
Yeah, Inhumans, man. I don't know which trailer this is. This is trailer 1, but
that's the one with the.
Is it? Yeah. Man, I looked at this. I was just not interested one bit.
Or later, the humans are going to find us up here.
You should have known this day was coming.
Are we supposed to follow our king and remain as silent as he is? We need to go to Earth now. We've been hiding.
This is all the first episode, and they don't show when she lands on Earth, and that shit is gay.
Too long. Let's go to our rightful home.
The hair?
It's just con. You gotta find that clip, man.
Planet to live on, thrive on.
Like, man, I'm watching Game of Thrones. I ain't trying to deal with this shit.
The clip is hilarious because she's on Earth and she's talking to Black Bolt on like the little Dick Tracy watches, and so she's like, if you don't know about Black Bolt, he can't, like, his whisper could blow up the planet, and so she's like, just let me know you're okay. And he's like, and he just holds it to his heart, and she hears his heartbeat. It's like, let me get this straight. Y'all are from the moon. Y'all got all this wild ass technology, but y'all don't have texting.
Or email.
Not neither. Yeah, it's weird. Man. I was like, we gotta go see this shit.
No, man. When I hear something is that bad, I'm down for it, man. I love it. Yeah, I'll go see this I'll see this in IMAX, man. So I'll have a reason to go hard on this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll pay for the right to talk shit. I can't wait to see this now. And
is it still showing in IMAX?
Yeah, check. It's playing for like the next 2 weeks at
what?
At Bullock and at Metro.
Wow, man, they must have had a contract or something.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
No, I heard that IMAX co-produced the show.
Oh. You said you didn't have any birthday plans.
Ooh. Well, I was not planning on this. I can tell you that. I can tell you what I was not planning on doing. But maybe early in the day, man. Shit, maybe even Friday or something. I do want to see it. I love bad shit like this, man. I mean, I went from 0 interest to like 100 right now, and for the wrong reasons.
Oh, man, your chin's about to break off.
His shirt is falling off too.
I told her. I know. I look like I just got clown fucked. Yeah, I told you this chin was gonna come off. She kept saying it wasn't, but hey, it's at the end of the show, so it lasted. Plus, I don't want to walk around town like this. I mean, once it's done, I'm done. Oh no, I ain't about to get shot dressed up like a clown tonight. That's humiliating, man. Sitting up there bleeding to death, dressed like a clown.
Oh, does it go like one of those things like how you die with your clothes? That's how you end up in heaven. So you be like a clown. Like no.
Oh, come on.
I'm really handsome, I swear. No, you're not.
Don't even lie. Oh. This is from K4. K4, you know K4. Just wanted to ask for some birthday wishes from you all. I turned 23 today. Also, happy birthday to you, Corey. I can be your 6 if you could be my 9. You gotta check with me about that.
You into clowns?
About to get me buried 6 feet under. You're talking like that. Let's see here.
What's a 96?
One day. You're not ready. You're not ready yet. And Lomax, I got some clown dubstep for your ass.
Oh God!
What the?
I know. Lomax. I had to play because Lomax will beat me up if I don't.
Through the internet.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
Like Pennywise.
People don't even play dubstep no more.
They don't?
No.
Kids are worse.
Yeah, we kept up.
That's why he crazy, man. Listen to this music from 8 years ago. This terrible.
Shit is driving him crazy.
Been in a time capsule known as the gym.
This is all they play at the gym.
Yeah.
Get pumped, bro.
That's what he exercised to because it makes him mad. It's old fucking music. I am Lomax.
Hey, Lomax, that was them.
Oh, that is it. All right, everybody, we are out of here. Let's see here. Yeah, let's get out of here because we actually made good time tonight. I thought we would be longer because of all these reviews and especially with our in-depth Oh, they said, somebody's already saying, Corey, no.
What's up?
They said that, this is Devontae. Devontae says, what does it say? Corey, the IMAX showings are ending this week, I believe,
It's
because
Saturday
of
and Friday.
it. Okay. And they said, yeah, plus it's some more bullshit, so guess that means save your time. But, all right, everybody, we are out of here. Thank you so much. One more time, New York. I'm not going to keep rubbing it in, but it is sold out. I'm telling you this because I did make an attempt to...
No, not really.
Yeah, I'm trying. No, I was trying to be careful because I don't want to sneeze my chin off. Because this chin will stab somebody. No. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll wear this tonight. The chin actually adds to the decor here. That little crack. But I did try to ask the venue, the Brooklyn Bazaar, if I could get some more people in, and they said we are completely sold out. So you won't be hearing me say it that much anymore. What you will hear me talk about is the meet and greet. And until we can't fit more people in there, then that's free for everybody to go into. So if we get a place, I'll probably will let you know by the end of the week. And, that's what I forgot to tell you. Let me see. Let me put this up here for everyone because it is important. A lot of people watching the show. I should have done it at the beginning.
Man, that's one thing about wearing white makeup, clown makeup. It makes your eyes look yellow and alcoholic.
It makes your teeth look yellow.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. Like I've just been chewing on butter all night. Who peed on your teeth?
Robert. Again.
What show did we finish yesterday? Weekly Roast and Toast. Let me go in there and see if I can find it. No, I cannot. Sorry. I was going to try to find the London thing, but just remember this. The London get-together, I'll go in here and find it real quick. It's this weekend, September 9th. Nathan Wilkes and the UK is putting that together, and he says, thanks again. Here's the actual event page, and let's see here. And
in Camden. Off Farm something road?
Camden Assembly off 49 Chalks Farm Road. Very good. 49, I'll put the page up right there. You can see it. Camden Assembly, 49 Chalks Farm Road, London, United Kingdom. That's going to start at 6 p.m. It looks like they got, let's see here. How many people? It looks like they at least have 23 people going. So go check it out. Show some Toasty support over there in jolly old England. Meet your fellow, your local Toasty. We're trying to do an outreach program here now. What else did I have to tell you?
The box of the second part of the gifts.
That's right. That's right. All right. You know what?
Let's open up the big one.
I'm gonna open up the big one. We'll open up the others later. Dynasty sent this for my birthday. He sent a bunch of gag gifts. We'll open those up as we go along throughout the shows because it takes a long time. He put a lot of shit in there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, for a young gay millennial, he has a lot of money to put on bullshit.
No, he probably robbed an orphanage.
Where he gets all his Legos.
Yeah.
Just taking it from Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Look.
You don't have enough time to finish that.
I told you, man, you will never go wrong. Boy, I'm such an alcoholic. You can never go wrong if you send me alcohol. And the cool thing about this is that my lovely wife, she just bought a bar, like one of those little classy, like 60s swinging bars, and just has alcohol displayed for all the children to see when they come to our place. And we are running out of tequila. So he got me
Don Julio.
Don Julio Blanco. 100% de agave. So, thank you, man, so much. That means
it actually
a lot.
in there?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm scared to open up because there's a dick in there. Well, it's all good. It is.
You be rubbing alcohol. Gotcha.
He would put some work into something like that.
It works. It still works.
I'll drink that shit out of spite.
I'll show you.
Dying.
Let me drink some of this mouthwash.
I want to thank our guest who came through tonight. One more time, if you like my makeup, you think the makeup is as incredible as I do, that is from Kat Mitchell. Kat Mitchell, local special effects makeup artist. Catch her before she goes Hollywood. You can hire her for Halloween that is coming up. And she is reasonably priced. I know my wife thought $200 was a lot of money, but for the makeup job I got, and I really did want to try this. I hardly ever dress up, and y'all like when we do this on the shows, and I really want to go all out. So I really love what she did. It was so much fun just having her do this. I really had a great time with it. So why are you laughing, man?
I'm so happy.
Come on, man. I really did have a good time. I swear. I mean, once you put the hair on, it was a whole different story, man.
I can't wait for people to Photoshop that.
Oh, they are. Yeah. Well, you know what you should do? Somebody should take this and Photoshop like hair on it because I'm bald right there. So do the different styles.
Let's make an It poster.
Yeah, there you go. And the last thing I want to say is that Will Valley, I'm going to talk to him. We're going to have a contest this week, and part of the contest was to give a couple of tickets away for the event in New York. But since it's sold out, we can't put any more people in there, whether we're giving tickets away or selling them. So we got to find a prize for that. But it's what we used to do back in the day. I come up with this idea on Spill, where the people, they have to find all these little pieces of this puzzle picture, and you just have to go throughout the day and look where all those different pieces are. And every time somebody finds one, that's more a complete part of that picture. So Will has a piece that he's been wanting to show for almost a year now that he did of us, the crew.
Oh, okay.
And he hasn't done it because he wanted to save it for something like this, but it's pretty nice.
Okay.
Superhero theme. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to him tonight and put that up, and that'll be on Friday. So it'll probably start early in the morning, so be looking for little pieces to go around, and you will get something nice. And the prizes are coming for the poster contest and the film contest coming, I think, this Friday or this weekend. So good job for everybody who did that. That is it. We're getting out of here. I want to thank. You know what? What's your name, man? I haven't pointed at you or talked about you yet. What's your name? Nick. Nick. You said you live in San Marcos. Thanks for coming down, man. I really appreciate that. I feel bad because I told him I was in a rush today, and he said, when the show tonight? And I said, man, get here at 8:15. He came in seeing that clown makeup. He came in looking at that right there. I want to thank the lovely couple from Chicago. What's your name again? I keep forgetting. Allie, Lewis and Allie. Thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate that. Thanks for staying. What's up, brother? I haven't hung with you in a while. Every time yeah, exactly. That's why I don't hang with you, because you do that shit to me. Yeah, I don't remember the times we hang out. Last time I hung out with him, I was fucked up, and this guy performed at his house. He had a house party, and this guy performed. He was rapping, and people kind of walking. It's a house party. People walking through, and they were listening for a little bit and walking away. And I stood up there the whole time, and I listened because I was fucked up. But when people were walking away, he just kind of, man, you know what? Fuck it. I'm an artist. he just put the mic down and just walked away. And I was on the couch, and he came up to me. He was mad. He was pacing for a long time. He just came up to me like, man, let me ask you something, man. I was like, man, I'm way too fucked up for this. And he said, man, you stayed listening to my whole set. How was I? Oh, no. I was so messed up. I was like, brilliant, man. Bravo. Man, that was some real shit you was doing. You speak the truth. That's what I'm trying to tell these motherfuckers, man. But good to see you, Felix. Juice is up in the house. This is I haven't ever seen you at one of our shows, man. Shit, I know. How can you miss that sexy big ass man on here? What's going on? Are you good to see you, brother? Hey, Harry, no time ass. How you doing?
How you say the name, man? Harry. Like, damn.
I love messing with Harry because every time I say Harry's name, he just, oh man, no. So good to see you. And, hey, great hanging out with all of you guys. Thank you guys for committing tonight. Martin, I know you couldn't because you had a movie to go to, but thank you, Gertz. Is that a different hat? And got a wardrobe change to the show.
Yeah, men on film hat.
It is. You should have shaved your head for that, man. All right, everybody, we're getting out of here. Go to doubletoasted.com. Check out the live streams. Be a part of the live streams. Go to the DT Vault. Get all the video and audio that you missed. Try the service out 7 days for free. And if you don't like it, keep the audio. You can find it on SoundCloud and also on the iTunes. And go to the Children, not the Children of the Toast. You can go to them too. That's on Facebook. But go to the Midnight Chat Attack every Saturday, 7:30 p.m. to midnight Central Standard Time. And you can go in there and chat to them, or you can go to the YouTube video streaming channel. And that is that. Last thing to tell you is kcoolmans at gmail.com. That's KCOOLMANZ at gmail.com. You email us with any kind of questions, comments, compliments, insults, input, and or advice. Now, if you'd like to be part of the show tonight, too late. We're done. But we will be back with Sammy Ain't Seen Shit. Tomorrow, we'll have the high score on Saturday, and then that's going to be followed by the Sunday service on Sunday. And if you want to be part of those shows, send an email, put your phone number in there, put your Skype contact in there, press and bam, up in your home, clowning with you, the only clowns in the world that do the house calls. On Twitter, at KCoolman. On Instagram, at Double Toasted Fan Page. On Facebook, type in Double Toasted. Would you like some private clowning time with me, Corey.Coleman.5? If I'm too busy clowning around, well, this man got my back.
You can find me on Facebook, Corey.Goodwin.5. You can find me on Twitter or Twitch.tv, the High Score DT, all one word. On Instagram, DB Cooper KG, Mr. Gertz.
Yeah, so you can find me on Facebook, Patrick Gertz. Twitter, Patrick Gertz at P Gertz. And on Instagram, at P Gertz. Mr. Thomas.
Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Martin_NoFro. Or look for Martin Thomas on Facebook. And while you're there, check out and join the group Children of the Toast. Back to you, Corey.
You know where else you can find Martin Thomas and everybody else? Well, right up here in the world famous Double Toasted Studios. And if you would like to be a part of that, then hey, you know what? Just email us at kcoolmans@gmail.com. Let us know if you're going to be visiting Austin. If you visited Austin and you decide to move here, I mean, I wouldn't blame you. It's very nice. A huge clown population moving in. Very nice place. Also, if you did move here and you didn't tell anybody, shame on you. I should come to your window tonight and just stare at you. But I'm going to give you a chance to come down and see a show. Just simply email us at kcoolmans@gmail.com and we'll coordinate with each other. That way we can come to you. All right, everybody. That is it. Good night. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are listening to or watching this, goodbye and stay toasty. This is about the time I usually talk about New York, but if you ain't got your ticket right now, you ain't going. It's sold out. Sold all out. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to simply say that that we are getting closer to figuring out if we have the meet and greet venue for that Friday. Now, you know the show is on Saturday, November 4th. Sold out the venue. Been talking, and it is completely sold out, Martin. Today I checked in. I said, Mr. Venue, Mr. Brooklyn Bazaar, Mr. Bazaar, could you just fit one more? Just one more. And they said, nope.
Hell no.
No, hell no. You got too many musty motherfuckers in here anyway. So they said, no, you cannot fit any more in here. We're sorry. So it is completely sold out.
Yeah, there's no more room for us.
Yeah. It's y'all show now. Hey, I bought the venue. You use it. But yeah. So there's no more room. So we are completely sold out. So hopefully we can get that meet and greet venue on Friday for you, and hopefully we'll find out by Friday. Got Mr. Yarnell and Mr. Palumbo hitting them streets trying to find out for us. Now, let me see here. Now this is feeling kind of loose. It ain't gonna come off. Is no. Okay, good. I'm all paranoid now and everything. Oh, you want to be yanking like that?
Well, I mean, if you. Yeah, it'll probably take some skin.
No, I'm curious because I always thought you used spirit gum, but I used it for my costume last Halloween, and I had to constantly reapply it.
I thought you said I use it for my constipation. I was like, man, no, that works the opposite, my friend.
Yeah.
Your costume. What costume did you use for?
The Colonel Sanders. I had to keep putting the beard, like gluing the beard and mustache on all night.
You were a badass Colonel Sanders, by the way. You know what? I didn't know that we have not made it as black people because we do not have a black Colonel Sanders yet.
I think we're getting close.
We're getting very close.
I was watching all those new commercials. I was like, well, they keep trading them out. Why not have a black Colonel Sanders?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not get Tracy Morgan? I love chicken.
I'm gonna get chicken pregnant.
But
so what do you use instead?
Prozaid.
Prozaid.
So Prozaid is a medical grade adhesive. And so,
you know what I'd like for you to do? I'd like for you to move in just a little bit so we can see you on camera. Right there.
Yeah, just make sure we can see you on camera.
So, Prozaid is a medical grade adhesive, and it's actually quite. You have to use like rubbing alcohol or something like that to actually get it off.
Oh, you're never getting that off.
It's going to take a little effort.
Okay, so I'm not going to have a chin after this.
No, you will. You will.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, welcome back to your 9-year-old chin.
And forehead. All of the above. So I told everyone before, this is Kat Mitchell right here. And Kat Mitchell, you are not just a makeup artist, but you, as you can see here, people, a special effects makeup artist.
Yes. That's actually what I specialize in.
What you specialize in. I got her backstory today. She's one of those people who was going to, be a grown-up. She was going to go to the serious working world, be responsible. She was going to be a doctor.
I was.
And you said that just was not your calling. She was midway through doing surgery and just dropped everything and just said, you know what, this is just...
what am I doing with my life?
Some sick makeup ideas.
Well, good luck, but this is just not for me anymore. But luckily your nurse was able to save the guy. But you said you wanted to... What's that?
Yeah, that's why you have a back.
Exactly. And like your man over there. But
you better not die.
Yeah, it's me. So what? But she said, I want to be a makeup artist. 10 years you've been doing this.
Yeah. Well, 10 years professionally. It's been a hobby all of my life. And so I really decided when I left school that this is really, really not what I wanted to do. And so I was trying to figure out what I could use my education and my life experience and all of this. And I'm a fine artist. And so I was trying to figure out what I could do to use all of those things to actually make me happy.
A mortician.
So,
yeah, there you go.
But see, if you do special effects, you get to blow stuff up.
Ah.
You know what's funny about this discussion that we're having? Like you're talking, and every now and then I cut to me. I'm trying to. She agreed to come in and do this wonderful, wonderful makeup job on me. We're going to talk to her before she has to go home.
Man, I don't know if you can get her up here because her man has her clamped tight. You see that grip he's got on her? Mine.
I know. You know, it's funny too because I was talking to him. I don't want to get too personal, but I was like, so I'm her man.
Like the more you talk, the tighter it gets. She's like, ow.
Yeah. I said, so do you do makeup? I'll come here to watch motherfuckers like you.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
there's
brother.
Too many niggas in this place. I know what y'all are like.
Yeah. Very straightforward. I mean, she did a 2-hour makeup job on me, and that brother just stared at me the whole time.
Just mumbling to himself.
That's why you weren't looking up.
I wish you would.
He was making sure I wasn't looking at cleavage. Because she was doing makeup on me. She's like, okay, look up. I was like, no, that's all right.
Do it.
No, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Yeah, he's got to go to work at 3 a.m. So let me go ahead and bring him up here. Yeah.
Take my spot. I can fix this.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Well, let's bring her on while he's doing that. And while she's coming on real quick, let me go ahead and welcome the circus of this website, of this business. Of course, we are talking about the one, the only, the biggest clowns we have on this website, the Chat-a-tat-tat. How's everybody doing? Good to see you, chat. Welcome tonight. Everybody wants to see that It review. Everybody want to hear about that Pennywise the Clown. Now, let me go ahead and real quick. Kat, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to have you. Thank you so much. Move in a little bit.
Oh.
Move in. No, and move over a little bit right there. There you go. Damn. That chair is kicking your ass right now. I know. It's funny because I'm asking her to move over, but her feet can't touch the floor, so she's just trying to use her body weight.
That chair's like, no, you don't. No.
That chair ain't met our man. Move. But, Kat, we're going to get to you. But before we do that, we want to welcome all the people who couldn't be here tonight in the studio. Hopefully we will meet you one day, but you know what? You don't need to come here in person just yet. We've made it easy for you to join us here on this show, to be a part of this lovely program. And you're watching the stream right now. You're probably not doing it anymore. You saw my ass ran off. But if those who stayed and are braving the rest of this program, you got a keyboard in front of you because you're watching the show on your computer, on your phone. You know, them little numbers and letters are always there. So use them to type in for me, kcoolmans@gmail.com. That's KCOOLMANZ@gmail.com. You email us with any kind of questions, comments, compliments, insults, input, and or advice. Now, if you'd like to be part of the show, as we have been asking you to, in that email, put your phone number in there. Put your skeet contact in there. Press send and shit, don't do that. Oh, we are up in your home scaring the shit out of you, the only clowns in the world, Martin, who do the house calls. Bring the circus to your home. Oh, you know what? We are on that Twitter, at KCoolMan. On that Instagrams, at Double Toasted Fan Page. On the Facebooks, type in Corey.Coleman.5. If you would like some private clown time with me, that's what you put in there. If I happen to be too busy, Mr. Goodman's busy right now, so Martin, can you get my back on this?
I will help you out on Twitter and Instagram at Martin_NoFro, or look for Martin Thomas on Facebook, where I think you can also find Mr. P.
Gertz! Yes! So you can find me on Facebook, Patrick Gertz, Twitter, Patrick Gertz at P. Gertz, and on Instagram at P. Gertz. Back to you, Coleman.
No, back to all y'all out there, and you can come see all of us here in the world-famous Double Toasted Studios. You know, if you're going to be visiting Austin, you visited Austin, and you say, damn, I like that city. I think I'm going to move there. But you did move here, and you didn't tell nobody. Well, that's just darn rude. Don't be like that. Come down here and see the show. kcoolmans@gmail.com. KCOOLMANZ@gmail.com. You know how it is. You're going to send me an email. I'm going to send an email back to you. We're going to coordinate with each other, and that way we can accommodate you. Even until she meets you, she's like, where's your place again? Like I'm leading up to a crack house or something. But I'm going to go to your website if that's okay.
Sure.
Kat Mitchell, and there it is right there. And you're also auditioning for Face Off, the sci-fi show.
I have, actually. They've been kind of watching my work over the years, and a couple years ago asked me to audition, and I made it. They have several cuts before you actually air, and so I made it to like the last round of that.
Yeah,
which is good. I mean, they still watch all my stuff and follow my work, and
Can I show a little bit of your demo reel right here that you got going? Let me cut this on pen. Let's see. There you go. Face Off. I thought she would have done like the effects for the Nicolas Cage John Travolta movie. She said that. I was like, did you make them change faces in the movie? This is your audition reel.
Yes. Hi, my name is Kat Mitchell. I'm from Austin, Texas, and this is my audition tape for season 9 of Face Off.
'Cause it's a pain, a destiny child, you know it will be rocking 'cause it's fucking insane.
Is that your song that you did? Kat Mitchell, makeup artist, gonna do some fucking makeup for you.
It's just a pain, a destiny child, more precious than a diamond on a platinum chain. In Venice Beach there was a man named Cage. When he was fucking, he was out of the range.
Wait, is this Tenacious D?
Yeah. And it was funny too because at the end of the video, I don't know if we can get there or not, but she didn't know what they were going to do with her work. Let me see if it'll actually take me there, because so she did a demon, and what they did was she did this demon.
It was on Easter Sunday.
And it was on Easter Sunday, and they just. And it was almost like they were trying to sabotage her business because they took that demon that she did on Easter Sunday and put him up on a cross like Jesus.
I got into makeup as a young child. My dad was constantly
you know what? And can't nobody say nothing because that's still a lot more tame than the Last Temptation of Christ. Oh, what was it? The Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah. So. Yeah, great work.
Thank you.
Great work. It's thank you so much for agreeing to come in.
Oh, absolutely.
And do this because it was funny. I told my wife. I told her how much I was paying for this. I said, can I say how much you charge right there? Because it's reasonable. She because I wanted to do this this whole thing cost about $200 for the makeup and everything, and she said that you're available for Halloween.
I am.
And it was funny because I told my wife how much I was paying for it because I thought this would be a good segment for the show. And she said, "You did what?" Yeah, she was kind of she's like, "Baby, why are you wasting your money on that? I can do makeup for you." And she actually went to the bathroom and got some talcum powder and some lipstick. Like, sit down, I do it for you. I was like, I don't think it's like this. And when I called up to show her, even when I put it, because I said, babe, you should see this. She called me on FaceTime, and I cut it on. She's like, hey, baby, God damn! Who did this to you, baby? She thought I got beat down or something, but. Where's my
down
baby?
To the bone.
Yeah. What did they do to my baby?
They made you white, baby.
So, great work. And I really appreciate you coming on and doing this.
Oh, absolutely. It was fun.
And, it was a lot of fun. So, if you have any kind of makeup job, you're doing a project, a film, a commercial, anything big or small, big budget or independent, this girl might actually have a big Hollywood job coming up, maybe. Yes. I don't want to jinx anything, but she might be traveling the world, Hollywood style. Yep. And she's also done a lot of commercial work around town, too. Mm-hmm. So anything. She's very good. And for all your special effects needs, please call Kat Mitchell. And there she is right there.
Give my website out.
Your website is, go ahead, you tell them.
It's Cats, KATSSPFX. Cats Special Effects.
They seriously nod my head, and I realized I'm in clown makeup. Yes. Tell me more.
It's okay. I've had conversations with all sorts of creatures.
You gotta stroke your chin.
I know, yeah. Well, it ain't coming off, so. But this makeup job that you see here, now I hired her to do this because this is a professional job that she did. Because I wanted to go full out. I wanted to get the bald head and I wanted to get the prosthetics and everything. Because and it was funny because I had to call my girl today, but I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But
I can't wait.
Yeah, no, it was a job that I recorded too. I wanted everybody to see how the process was. So we sat down here and we recorded the whole thing, and you can see how there's handsome original Corey right there. But this is sorry, fuck you. But you can see how the process is for this. Like this is she's doing the whole thing with the latex and the ball cap, and as I said, the prosthetics right there. And I'll zoom up just a little bit because
damn, girl, you work fast.
I know. Yeah, she had a line of cocaine or two before she did this. But yeah, this was she and a lot of this, as you can see, is not just makeup that you just kind of cake on or rub on. She's using airbrush right there for the white makeup and also for the black makeup that you see there too. So it was quite a long process that she did, and it was and you know what I told her the whole time, I'm just sitting there, like I didn't go anywhere. I sat there the whole 2 hours. And for some reason, just looking at the progress that she was making with this, and it was just fun.
And you can't stop checking your phone.
I'm sitting there for 2 hours. We ain't doing nothing. I tried to have I ain't gonna lie. I tried to have a conversation with her. We got to know each other, and then after a while, I just said, I don't give a shit no more.
I like that face right there. God damn it.
Just tired at this point. Yeah, I was just like, you're just not interested anymore.
I've actually had people fall asleep before because in some of these things you're working on somebody for 6 hours, and so we have these big reclining chairs, and they just sit back and go to sleep.
Yeah, you told me how you had a guy with a cigar in his mouth the whole time.
I did. Paul McKellips. I had to take him. He's about 40 years old. It was at the time, and I had to turn him into a 70-year-old Scotsman. And he had a cigar that he left in his mouth the entire time. I could only get him to take it out in order to do the prosthetics around his lips. Like, come on.
And it's funny because he got through security at where was it?
He was doing it in a Bull Light conference and got past federal security, and that was my moment of success. I was like, score.
Yeah, that was what I was saying. The hell with Hollywood, the CIA is where you need to go. Yeah. I mean, they'll kill you when they're done with you, but
CIA, impossible mission.
Goddamn, that's Mission Impossible before you say that.
It was, yeah.
Speaking of buggers, speaking of mission, but no, that is amazing what you've done tonight, and I want to bring you up here because I saw some of your work, and I'm going to go to your website here. Can I go to your website? Because it's funny, she puts her phone number on her website, and and I guess she's getting a lot of weird calls from people because I'm like, damn girl, do you want some business or not? Because she answered the phone, she's like, who is this?
Oh
I'm
no.
I was like, I would like to hire you for something. And then I told her, I said, yeah, I'd like to hire you for makeup. She's like, I was like, no, I have a legitimate job. And also, do you do sex too? I'm playing, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I'm playing.
You cut your eyes over there.
You had the goddamn kingpin over there. I'm playing. No. You were, and it was funny because I told her what I would like for her to do. I said, we do a movie review show, and we're doing the movie It with Pennywise, and we want to do a clown theme, and I'd like for you to come in and do some professional makeup. And she just paused again, and she's like, keep going. I was like, she was making me nervous. Like, I was kind of innocently, I felt dirty. What is up, everybody? Oh, we already acting a fool. Yeah, y'all gonna float too tonight with us as we get ready for this movie review extravaganza. What's up, man? What Pennywise at? To that bitch I'm looking for. He ain't got nothing on me tonight. What's going on, y'all? If y'all couldn't tell, if we doing It. Yeah, what is It? Acting a goddamn fool? Well, yeah, it's more than usual, though.
This be our Kingsman review.
I like how everybody's dressed more like a clown than Martin tonight. Martin's normal for a change. How you doing, man?
I feel good. Oh, is that what I look like on a regular basis?
Yeah, it is, man.
I got to change up.
Yeah, a little more Paisley, though. How's everybody doing tonight? Yes, we went all out. Martin couldn't join in on the fun because he had to go see a movie review.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go dressed like a clown, Martin? So I want to go looking like your ass. Yeah, but how's everybody doing tonight? We have It. Then we have a couple of other films, things that people are, as usual, not going to go see. But we're going to talk about them anyway. We're going to talk about that trip to Spain, Martin. You know, I finally saw it, and we're going to talk about it. And we're also going to talk about, what is it? Go Home? Or what's
Home
it?
Again.
Home Again with that Reese Witherspoon girl.
Which I barely know why it's titled that, but okay.
How's everybody doing tonight? I'm one of your clowns this evening in your critique, Corey Coleman. Over here, if you couldn't tell under all this makeup,
He's been watching himself again.
Ooh, I'm so good. Oh, over here, though.
I think we need Gertz to slide in a little bit closer.
Gertz, you want to slide a little closer to me? Closer I get to you. Let me go ahead and cut this down.
It's just funny when you sing it in that makeup.
Will you make me feel? Oh, make me feel like singing, baby. Hey, how's everybody doing? And over here we have Mr. Thomas. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
I can't talk about your shirt tonight, not dressed like this.
Martin, you look stupid.
Yeah. Look at your crazy ass. Look at that dumb motherfucker. You are outnumbered tonight, though. Look at that plain motherfucker over there.
And me without my Fago.
I know, man. Oh, we at Juggalos Time 10 tonight. And over here we got, what's going on? Who's that boy under all that makeup there?
The struggle face.
No! We just started, man. Can't lose that nose yet.
Man, that's like $1 from Party City. That's the cost of being.
That nose going to
He represents when clowns got scary, when they started having beards and look like alcoholics.
I got to support this habit somehow.
Like back when clowns got lazy too, they just stopped shaving.
Clown ain't what it used to be.
But anyway, people, we gave you the rundown on the movies we're going to be watching tonight or reviewing tonight. And how's everybody doing? And speaking of clowns, got a whole house full of them tonight. How's everybody doing?
Can we fit them all in one car?
Yeah, I did. Came in one car, took up one parking space. How's everybody doing tonight? We have some people who stayed here just to see this review. They were
in the studio. They slept here.
Yeah, they slept.
Like refugees.
Camped out, man. We had one big clown slumber party. And no, we have some people who are from Chicago. It's actually
Chi-Town.
Look right behind you.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of Chicago people here.
We do, man. Just had some Chicago people leave. I guess they knew there was a slot open. They came into Philly.
We got to do a show there.
We got to do a show there. And those people, they were going to go back to Fort Worth for their mother's birthday party, but I talked them out of it today. I said,
they ain't want to go to Fort Worth.
Yeah, you don't want to say it. You don't want to do nothing for your mama. Fuck your mama. Stay here, man. Clown around with us. Yeah, that nose got to go, man.
Yeah, I was about to go grab the red paint over there. Like, fuck it.
Yeah. You either take it off, we got to sew that shit on.
Yeah, no. Or it'd be like clown. No.
Yeah, clown for life. But also, we're going to have to get to a special guest pretty soon because we have the woman who did my makeup tonight, Kat Mitchell. She's in the background back there.
Nice.
There she is. And